Okay, let's try this again. What is up, everybody? It is your girl, Jazz Queen Boxing, and we are back. We are ready and we are live. So I'm sorry I had some difficulties earlier with my sound. I hope it is working better now. Okay, good. Y'all can hear me now. Good. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what the hell is going on with StreamYard or my headphones. Something was happening. I don't know. But anyway, we back. We back like a rash, goddammit. But okay, so like I was saying before, and obviously I'm just gonna start over because I don't think I heard a word that I said. But shout out to the boy Scooter Davis, got signed with Top Rank. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch the interview that Cam J did with Scooter Davis, please after this live, make sure you're gonna watch it. Dope interview. Shout out to Cam J for definitely having the conversation with Scooter. And shout out to Scooter, yo. This just goes to show what happens when hard work meets dedication. So we definitely here for that. Can't wait to see what this young man does moving forward. I have also heard that this has been ordered, which to me is good because that fight, I feel like they could have really called it either way. I think that and Billy was kind of getting busy. Um, please. Are you here to heckle me, Bando? Because I'm busy. But yeah, I think that Billy was getting busy in the earlier part of the fight. Obviously, he seemed to get a little gas towards the later ends, and Martinez kind of picked it up. So who knows? But I'm glad that they definitely ordered a rematch to for the two of these guys, so we can see. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the winner is clear once and for all. Now, as I told y'all, now, as I told y'all, we will not be covering this farce of a fight, but I did tell y'all I would let y'all know if anything changes. So obviously they've moved their location from Georgia to Miami because of the weight discrepancy, which I told you guys before that Georgia has a strict, I think it's like 9 pound weight difference limit. So they will not be having that fight in Atlanta, Georgia for now. It is said to have been to going to be in Miami. So we will see if they are able to pull that off or if they will need to switch locations for this sham of a fight yet again. Now, just a little bit of sad news. And I know everybody, I'm pretty sure you all saw this, but we're just going to do a quick little 8 count for Ricky Hatton. And if you guys haven't checked out my Throwback Thursday this morning, I made him my feature instead of who I was originally going to go with. I just thought it would be more fitting to kind of honor him, since he just passed. So just a couple seconds for Ricky Hatton. Show him some love and support. Whew. He was kind of young too, but he was like 48 or something like that. So, can just never be too sure, guys. Make sure y'all taking care of yourself and all that good stuff. Walk up a flight of stairs instead of taking the elevator every once in a while. It ain't gonna hurt you. It might just help you. But we have a ton of fights coming down the pike this weekend. So we're just gonna quickly go over them because, like I said, there is a lot. Oh, but I did see something that else I wanted to tell y'all too. So Big Bang Zang opens up a restaurant in New York. He's calling it Three Kingdom Barbecue. It's located, I think they said on 8th Ave. It's near Times Square. And they're going to be serving traditional Chinese style barbecue with like a little series at your table so that you can get sizzling meat directly to you. So when I'm in the city, I'm gonna stop by there and see what he got going on. You know what I mean? But shout out to Big Bang Zang thinking beyond the ring. Want to start him a little restaurant, honey. Yes. Okay. So, upcoming fights we have Sarah Bailey versus Evelyn Nazara Bermudez. Now, this is Sarah's third title defense. Okay, this is going to be tomorrow on Fight Sports Max, I believe. This is like I said, title defense. This is for the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO junior flyweight belt. This is a unification bout, guys. So tune into them if you guys aren't busy. I will drop some more of their fight details because I know that Fight Max. I have to figure out where you guys can watch that. I think it's like a YouTube channel or something like that. But I will post it on my community page once I get all the details together. Now we have Corazo versus I don't want to pronounce this man's name wrong. Jason, I think it is. And then on the undercard, we have Fundora versus Grandi, Ohio. So now listen, Gabrielle Fundora and Aylin Grandino, I think. This is also a unification fight title defense for the WBA, the IBF, the WBC, the WBO. Now, Oscar, this is also a title defense for the WBO, the WBA, and the Ring. Okay, Gabrielle is 16-0, and Grandino is 12-2 for undisputed. This is now we know that Gabriella she get busy, right? But I want to see her move up some. I mean, if she's still able to comfortably make the weight, I guess so. But it's a little thin down there as far as competition. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I said maybe she needs to move up, kinda, and see what else is out there. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But that fight is on the 20th. That is a Golden Boy card, and obviously it's gonna be on the zone. Believe it is starts at 8. I think it is starts at 8 p.m. But yes, both of these are title defenses, unification fights. Love those, love those, love those. Also on Saturday, we have this OTX card where Brian Gordon is also making his title defense versus Yomar Alamo. They are the main event. This is a title defense at 140. Now, on the undercard, my girl, Tiara Brown. She is making her first title defense of the WBC featherweight title this weekend on Saturday. I couldn't be more excited. This will be her first title defense, ever since she whooped Sky Nicholson head back in March. So, Emma Gongora, that's your ass, girl. We on your back like a wet t-shirt. So I cannot wait till that fight. And I was on IG, and she had a little message for homegirl too. Let me play it.
I feel menacing. It's the Dark Menace all the way at Hillcrest, baby. Coming into September 20th. Emma Gongora. And still, the WBC featherweight champion of the world, forever.
Period. Forever. You heard her. Saturday night it is going down. I cannot wait to see this fight. I can't wait to see Briar either. He's been working really hard. I believe he's like 16-0 or 18-0 or something like that. So I cannot wait to see that fight either. I am so damn excited. What's up, L-Dub in the building? Yes, let's go. I gave you Tiara. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, L-Dub. Yes, you did. Shout out to the plug, L-Dub. But yes, I'm so excited for that fight. I'm so serious, y'all. I really cannot wait for that fight. I've been waiting for a minute to see her up in there with her title defense. I was so happy when she was able to defeat it and get that from Sky. That belt stays here in America. You heard me? That's what she said, y'all. I'm just repeating what she said. I'm not like that. That's what she said. That's what she said. But anyway, and then I think we have. I tried to grab all the fights that I could because there's a lot of them. There's on like different platforms too, so I have to harass Elda to get all the platforms, and then I'll post them for y'all on my community page. But we have also Brandon Moore. He's coming up versus Savage this weekend. Now, remember Moore? He lost, I think it was last year, to the prospect Richard Torres, but he came back earlier this year, won the IBF title. So. You remember he last fought on Clarissa's undercard back in February when she fought Perkins. Okay, that it was that whole little weird fight at the end where like they both fell out the ropes and stuff. So let's just hope this time they can both stay inside the ring. Okay, we're gonna make sure they stay inside the ring this time. But this fight is tomorrow, actually. Um, and this is actually it's live on the zone, so we're gonna see. But tune into this card. Tune into Tiara Brown. She's on the undercard of Brian Gorin and Yumar Alamo for the main. I think that yeah, his title defense at 140. Oscar Collazo versus Valen. He's the title defense. WBO, WBA, and the ring. Gabriella, she's making a title. We got title defenses just all over the place this weekend. Everybody defending their titles as they should. We don't get those for dropping them. But anyway, um, also I heard that Katie Taylor, she is going to be dropping her belt. Where is it? I know I saw it. Katie Taylor is going to be a champ in recess, which is going to give the opportunity of these two young ladies. Hold on. So they put her as champion recess. I don't know if y'all remember, but I think it might have been a couple of live streams ago where I did mention that Eddie Hearn was like kind of asking her, what are you going to do? Pretty much asking her to drop the belts, right? But she is taking a hiatus, so she is going to be a WBC Empress champ. She's going to take some time off. So Sandy Rayo will face Chantel Cameron for the WBC World title. Okay, and I will keep you guys informed on when that fight will be taking place. Let me see. What other fights did I have here? That might have been the ones that I was able to grab. If I missed something, I'm sure LW will let me know. But those are the upcoming fights that we have this weekend. That is the news on Katie Taylor. Y'all make sure y'all check out Tiara's fights. I'm not playing with y'all. If y'all in the city in New York, go check out Big Bang Zang's restaurant. We looking for this Moore versus Savage tomorrow. Now, this fight is not coming up immediately, right? But I am going to be going into this as the fight approaches and goes into a little bit more detail. And the reason for that is this is actually going to be 3-minute rounds. Metcalf versus Rosado. So I'm a little excited for this. I know that this has been kind of like a push in the women's boxing for quite some time. Although, as I was reading up on this, there actually has been previous fights of 3-minute rounds, but it hasn't been consistent. So I'm very excited actually for this fight, Metcalf versus Rosado. Like I said, we'll discuss it a little further as it approaches. This fight is going to be October 18th. It is going to be 3-minute rounds for the women. So let's go. Finally get some equality around this camp. So band up, you got a lot going on. But yes, I cannot wait to see how we fare in the 3 minutes as well. Now, what are we going to do about this? Let me move this. I believe that's what I have for you guys right now in that department. But I do want to know what you guys think about who will run 168. Now we saw what happened with Canelo and Crawford last weekend. Obviously, we know that Crawford is the winner, and he has all the belts at 168. I do not see him staying to defend any of those titles. And obviously, Canelo, he may be taking some time off, or he just may need to take some time off and collect himself. But either way, he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have any belts. So, yeah, she, yeah, she got to shake back. She definitely did. So let's see how it goes. I mean, she'll be doing 3-minute rounds now. So this is what we've been waiting for, right? Because we always, whenever we see the women's card, we're like, man, if they had one more minute, what I'm saying? In 2 minutes, they kind of just getting warmed up. If they start clinching, you can forget about it. That's 30 seconds in itself already gone. And then it's like the other minute and a half to kind of find your rhythm and put some work in. So I'm so excited to see now with 3 minutes what they'll be able to do. It's going to definitely shake some things up, and we're going to see how it goes moving forward. I'm pretty sure this may be like a trial run, if anything. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything where they're going to just completely change it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be seeing how this works here and there. So I'm excited. I can't wait. But I want to know what y'all think, right? Who will be the head at 168 now, right? Like, well, Resendez, obviously, he took some time. I don't know what, is it Jam? I always get confused. Is it Jamal at 168 or is it Jamel? I don't, well, the Charlo brothers in general, right? They're very kind of hit and miss, right? It's like they're inactive, then they come back for one fight, then they go out. So we don't really know. We can't right now. We cannot truly count on the Charlos, but just looking at the landscape and if and when Crawford drops those belts, obviously it'll be completely wide open and up for grabs. So who do we see being the next king of 168? Right. That's definitely something that I've been thinking about over the course of the last few days. Um, I know that, we don't know what Canelo's going to do at this time. Bud has mentioned that maybe he may go down to 160. And I don't know if he's going to campaign there or maybe just have one or two big fights there. But just overall, the 168-pound division is going to be open. You know what I'm saying? So those belts are going to be up for grabs. So I want to see who really can get in there and make a new name for themselves. A new king can arise and see what happens. Um, this was an initiative started. Actually, Berweezy, this initiative was started by Carissa Shields long, long ago. As I was reading up on it and just following some posts, it was actually started by Clarissa, and then Amanda, she did actually, push it a little further, but originally it started with Clarissa Shields campaigning for the 3 minutes for the women's division, but nevertheless, it doesn't really matter who, campaign for it. They're actually starting to get some recognition for it now, and hopefully they'll be able to start making that really happen for the women. So, I mean, kudos to them. You know what I'm saying? And kudos to the sanctioning bodies and everyone else that is actually going to give them a chance to see if they can do it. It's a lot going on with I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, but I do know that's what I read, that she was the one originally who had actually campaigned for the 3 minutes. And I believe Amanda has had a fight at 3 minutes before. It's been three fights, if I'm not mistaken. I was reading I think it's been three fights. Amanda had one of them, and there were two other fights at 3 minutes. So we're gonna see. I don't know why it's so sporadic like that. And I do believe that she offered Katie Taylor to fight at 3 minutes, but Katie Taylor didn't want to, if I'm not mistaken. But I do know that Amanda has had a fight with 3 minutes prior to her fights with Katie Taylor. I forget who it was, but I did read that she had a fight also at 3 minutes. And if L-Dub isn't here, maybe he can tell us who it was. Salute to you, Bruce Gas. It was 3 minutes. She fought Ramos, and she said the other fights did 3 minutes. Okay, I knew it was somebody. I knew that she had a 3 minute fight before. I wasn't sure with who. I forgot the name of the girl, but I know that she did have one. I'm not sure why it's so sporadic, but listen, they fight. Listen, don't be trying to rain on my parade. I am excited for them to be fighting 3 minute damn rounds. You leave me alone. I am happy. So, so that's one of the questions, right? And then obviously we have, yeah, she didn't want the 3 minute round. She tried it. Yeah, I know. I knew it was something of that nature, but I knew that she didn't want it because I do know that Amanda did push for it. So I know that part. I knew that much anyway. That's what I read. But then I know I read somewhere now that they're kind of open to it. So I guess Metcalf is gonna be the I guess the test run of it again or whatever you want to call it, but. Nevertheless, I cannot wait. I'm very excited about that fight and my homegirl fighting this weekend. So I cannot wait. Oh, now, like I was saying, who is going to run the 168-pound division? Right, once all the death, once the dust clears from this whole situation, and Crawford decides what he's gonna do. Canelo, obviously, he's gonna continue to stay at 168, or he may retire. Who knows? It all depends on how he feels. But nevertheless, he don't have no belts, and all the belts will be up for grabs. So maybe we'll get a whole bunch more fights. We don't know. Obviously, with Turkey involved, he's very adamant about getting Hamza Shiraz, putting him in position, just like he did on the undercard of this last fight with the young man Muhammad. Putting them in position to sort of win. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Those are his guys. Those are his ring ambassadors, or they're representing Saudi. So obviously, you want them to look well in any fight that they have. Obviously, Shiraz looked extremely well in his win over Edgar Berlanga. He got a knockout, so that was good. Muhammad, he just won his fight that he was on the undercard with. So, as far as showcasing his talent for his uh his guys, I don't want to say his people, but I guess the guys that he's chosen to represent them, they're doing well so far. So obviously he's pushing for Hamza Shiraz. I don't know if he still wants Canelo to fight him or what he wants to do. I know that he said can David Benavidez still make 168. I don't know if that was for Crawford or hell, it might have been for Hamza Shiraz. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I guess only time will tell, and we'll see as we move forward, right? Um, Now, as far as some of the I guess the other weight classes or some of these other guys that got stuff going on, here is and I don't know how many of you guys saw the original video. I know it was placed and then deleted of the situation with Adrien Broner and Cam and Mace on It Is What It Is. But I do know that Cam kind of attempted to explain because, as I suspected, he was getting some backlash due to the treatment of Adrien Broner. So he did make a
Good,
statement.
everybody. I just wanted to talk about the AB shit real quick. I didn't even address it yesterday, anything like that, but I just wanted to put some context to what happened. Because I see a few people like, yo, Kim, how you love the nigga? How you say you love the nigga, then kick the nigga out? Look, I didn't just meet AB that day. I've known AB for some years, and I consider him a friend, to be totally honest with you. Not the friend that you be like, yo, let's get some bitches, yo, let's get this money. Nah. One of them friends where you be like, yo, how you doing? When we bump into each other, mutual respect, and we got some mutual friends in Ohio. So that's first and foremost. And when I seen him walking through the casino, I said, yo, hey, come on the show. It wasn't like he was booked to come on the show or anything like that. And he came on the show. And I see he was a little tipsy, but he was definitely coherent. If you watch that whole episode, very witty, very funny, quick on his feet. I think he has a great career in television. If he doesn't decide anymore, I think he's very funny, witty, etc. And he's a friend of mine. But the context of the whole thing was basically if your friend comes to your house and he keeps flirting with your 23-year-old sister after you ask him, stop flirting with my 23-year-old sister, and he doesn't listen, you got to get out of my house. That's basically the whole context to the whole shit. It's not a lot to talk about, to be honest with you. It wasn't a proud moment. It's more of a, I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? It isn't embarrassing. It isn't proud. It's more like a damn moment. Because I know AB's talent, and I know what he could do. And I'm like, yo, bro, this dude could really be one of them dudes. He's one of the few boxers that know how to fight, and not only know how to fight, when he's in shape, he knows how to sell it. A lot of boxers could box and can't talk.
Um, so okay. So I don't know, like I said, if you guys saw, I tried to find it again, and obviously it was deleted, but the situation where Adrien Broner was on It Is What It Is. He was intoxicated, right? Which is kind of no surprise as of late with Adrien Broner. It's not a secret, you know what I'm saying? But it's like if you know, Adrien Broner, he does suffer from alcohol abuse. You know what I mean? So I just felt that anybody who calls themselves his friend, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't put him in a position to look bad, right? Like, so, and I understand what Cam is saying. I just saw him in the casino and blah, blah, blah. He didn't seem, intoxicated or whatever the case may be, but you didn't smell it on his, like, and don't get me wrong, by no stretch of the imagination am I saying that he should have been making Stack Baby uncomfortable or anything like that, because no, the hell he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I know when you feel uncomfortable, sometimes you just kind of laugh and you just kind of grin and giggle, and inside you're like, I wish this motherfucker would shut up. You know what I'm saying? So I completely get it, but I got a little annoyed the way he kind of tried to, in my opinion, the way it looked to me. Kind of tried to little boy AB. Like, here, take some money and get out of here. Like he's some, I don't want to say some sort of junkie or something, but just I just felt, and that when I saw it, it was like clips that didn't make the show. So it's like if it's a clip that didn't make the show, why would you post it anyway? Unless you were trying to embarrass him. Like so like the whole, I'm not saying Cam is playing victim because we all know Cam, he's a troll beyond trolls and he really don't care. But I like now you feel like you're getting backlash. Now you feel the need to come out and explain. But to me, it's like you brought this on yourself because that was footage that didn't make the actual show. So why did you post that? You know what I'm saying? That's just my thoughts, for that particular situation. And I don't get me wrong. Um, AB is a grown man, and obviously, he needs to get himself together and certain things like that. I'm just a little upset when people, call themselves like a friend of his or that's my people's or something like that, and then you do stuff like that. It just seems like it wasn't genuine. It just seems like it was done for show. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, obviously, Adrien Broner is definitely going to be the wild card in any situation. Like we know that, right? But it's like there's a way that you do things to me. Like you could have cut to an ad or something, and you know what I'm saying? He been like, yo, here, come here, let me take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I told you I was gonna take care of you. Let me do that. You didn't have to do that in front of a camera. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know. I don't know. And then now it's kind of almost like, not that you backplayed, but I guess he wanted to come out and explain the whole situation, which I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, the whole situation could have been avoided if you just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, like, but and then there's certain things too, like that aren't glorified, like the part of the interview where he said that he ran into Tank, and you know what I'm saying, Tank gave him every dollar in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, I feel like doesn't get enough press. Like we're so quick to kind of spread the negative. You know what I'm saying? We need to start quickly spreading the positive too, because something like that, like everybody's not gonna do that. A lot of people not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Have money or don't have money. Some people are going to do what Cam did in a sense and kind of try to style on you. You know what I'm saying? But to do something like that, and then obviously we know Gervonta isn't a big talker, so he would never say nothing like that because to me that's his real friend. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Shit to me just be different. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to make sure I spoke on that because I've always said that about Adrien Broner. Like I've always been fond of AB. I think he's super charismatic. He's very funny. He was talented. To me, he kind of just put the cart before the horse, in a lot of situations. I think that he kind of looked at Mayweather and everything that Mayweather had and kind of skipped steps to get it. You know what I mean? Like he didn't put the work in that he was supposed to. He was kind of more or less out there partying and chilling and hanging out instead of putting that actual work in to be. I don't know. I guess I just had higher hopes for AB. I really, really did, yo. I thought he was super, super talented and very charismatic. I'm like, damn, he could make a transition into anything. You ever meet somebody that you feel like, yo, this person could do or be anything? You know what I'm saying? They're just that type of person, So I don't know. I always felt like that with AB. I'm like, damn, AB. I kind of feel the same. I'm like, damn, AB. Like, I really wish, you had got it together. But that's another question. Is it too late for AB? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all think. Is it too late for AB? Because I do know that he supposedly has a fight coming up. Um, I don't know against who, but is it too late for him? So that's one of the questions that we're gonna talk about today. I want to know also what y'all think about the landscape of 168 and who do y'all think will come out on top. But there is some other foolishness going on, and I typically do not play in the mud. But I saw a few of these things, and I just kind of want to talk about it because For one, I found it hilarious. Not super hilarious like that, because I'm not, but I did find the shit funny. But speaking of Javante, I believe that he was somewhere. I guess in the same vicinity as Mr. Haney and his people. Why they was anywhere near each other, I have no clue. But they did run into each other. Uh, I guess recently, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this was recently, maybe a couple days ago, I believe.
All right, guys, you guys wait for a taxi? All right, guys, you guys wait for a taxi?
Now, like I said, I don't know. I don't know when that was from. I don't know if Devin is going through something at this time in his life. I do know that he's involved in yet another lawsuit with the mother of his child, and I just hope that they're able to work that out and kind of get that together so that he can focus on his upcoming fight. I know previously he was suing her for emotional damage. Now it appears as if he's suing her for a Louis bag or something of that nature. I'm not really sure, but hopefully that he'll be able to work this all out so that he can get his head in the game, because he does have a fight coming in November. So, hopefully he can work that out and stop. I'm not sure what's going on, but hopefully he can get that all figured out and get his head in the game, because he's definitely going to need it. I constantly see videos of Brian Norman training and, just pretty much getting up for this fight. Now, I did also see Shakur Stevenson, something about him and Teofimo Lopez finalizing their fight on a PBC card. Um, I guess I'm a little confused, and then when I drop the link, if somebody knows, somebody can come tell me. I thought that unless it's going to be like an undercard of a PBC event, that's the only thing I can think of, because if I'm not mistaken, I thought that Tio was owned by Turkey and Top Rank. Shakur is a free agent, so there's that. But I was under the impression that Tio was still, tied to Top Rank somehow. Obviously, Top Rank doesn't have a home, so they need to fight wherever. But I'm just, unless it's like I said, an undercard, I'm not sure where the PBC comes into play. But shout out to them, and hopefully they actually can get that fight done. We all know how slippery Teofimo Lopez is, so we will definitely have to see if he is really able to get Teofimo Lopez in the ring and how that fight goes once they are in the ring. But like I said, until we get some real truth, like I said, unless I see them at the weigh-in, I don't believe they fighting. So, but once that fight gets made, then I guess we can go into detail on who we think will win and how we see that fight going. But just right now, I thought that that was a little odd that it was going to be like on a PBC-led card, so to speak. So, I think that that's extremely interesting. And as we discussed before, I believe this is still going to be happening sometime in November, if I'm not mistaken. I also heard that Frank Martin is making his way back to the ring and making his 140-pound debut. There were a couple of names floating around for him. I think Arnold Barboza and one other name. I'm not really sure. I did see it on his X that he'll be returning back to the ring. I believe he's going to be on the undercard of Fundora and Thurman, although I did not see an opponent announced yet either. So we don't know who that is going to be for sure. But I thought it was, last I saw it was like Arnold Barboza. So we definitely have to see what's going on with Frank Martin. I can't wait till he gets back in the ring either. I think that maybe it was a little too early for him to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Because I think Frank is super talented. You know what I mean? What was he, like 18-0 before he faced Tank, or 17-0 or something like that before he faced Tank? So, and I thought he did well in that fight. up until he didn't. But I thought that he did okay in that fight. You know, I think that maybe the excess moving kind of started to wear on him in the later part of the fight. But overall, I thought that he did a pretty decent job. He seemed a little scared of the power, which is probably his downfall. Well, it was his downfall, but I mean, had he just gotten there and kind of just boxed and kept with the same game plan and listened a little more to Derek James, then maybe we would have had a different outcome to that fight. I don't know for sure it would have been different, but it could have possibly been different. But it was 18 and 0. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, terrible. But outside of just a few things, and more importantly, just the upcoming fights that we have going on, it was just a few topics that I had and a few questions that I wanted to address. Now, I do want to know, like I said, what do we see going on at 168 now that it's basically vacant? Is it too late for AB to come back? You know what I'm saying, to the sport of boxing. And then maybe even we can break down what we see going on as far as some of these title eliminations that are happening. Like I said, it's a lot of title defenses going on, but there's some title elimination fights happening this weekend as well. These little fights always affect the bigger fights. Like when we see people, like, you know, who the hell is that guy? Well, if you're following a little more closely on some of these littler cards that aren't necessarily mainstream, then you'll know that some of these guys, they obviously have been working their way up, and they obviously ready. Drop the link before. Hey, Rich, how you doing, babe?
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Nah, I keep hearing you keep saying 168 vacant when a guy got all the belts at 168. So I can't really say it's vacant right now. You know, I really think he got all the belts from 154 to 168 because anybody he fight, he gonna win. So that's all I had to say, man. But listening to you about AB done with. AB a drunk. He need to go to rehab. He don't work out. He out of shape. His career over with, man. He was supposed to be the one fighting Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would have been a funny fight, a funny what's it what before the fight and all that stuff, all that shit that's going on. You know, I
Oh, you mean like the
press con-
post,
press
the
conference,
post
press
press
conference and
conference and
all
all
that stuff.
that?
I feel
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
shit like that, like it would been perfect for him. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that I know he wish he could have right now. You know what I'm saying? Make some money, but
Well,
that's
yeah.
AB shit. Oh, AB career over with though. It ain't nothing around it. You can't really do nothing about it. He. I don't feel like he got in him to work out. And if he do work out for
Mhm.
2 months or 3 months, that's all he gonna be working out for, just to get his ass whooped
Oh my God,
or not
yeah.
throw punches. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to like him, but I gotta face reality, man. That nigga shit over with, man. He is over with. And you got Blair Cobbs.
Yeah.
He Blair
Yeah.
Cobbs beat him, and you got people thinking that Blair Cobbs is actually a talented fighter after beating him, which he
Yeah.
he he good. You know what I'm saying? He a good fighter. I'm
Hmm.
not gonna never take nothing from a person that get in that ring, but
Right.
you got him running around with that on his back like I beat Adrien Broner, like he did something tremendous. Or nah, man, Adrien Broner just not in there, man. He need to look for one of those fights though. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Tank should say on the same card or something like that. Have your brother fight AB or something. Let him get a paycheck or something. I feel like that's what it is.
Yeah. Damn, Rich, I think I agree with you. Um, I yeah, I don't know, man. I saw him training though. I'm not gonna. Yeah, he looked. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like how that situation played out. You feel me? I still didn't like that. You know what I mean? I think they
Oh,
could have
oh,
did
with
it
the
a little
Cameron
better.
situation, man. I don't, I can't really speak on that. I just feel like because that's their business, but I'm gonna speak like a little bit on it. Like even though I just said I couldn't speak on it, but he did what he did. But as far as like, I guess I guess people get mad when he started talking about him right after he kicked him out. I don't know, but he wasn't wrong for kicking him out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't wrong for whatever he did. Like you gotta go. He making her feel uncomfortable. I gotta realize, and a lot of people like Adrien Broner and like people like certain people, they not used to that type of stuff. So when that stuff they actually get scared, especially she a woman. Or she probably don't even really know AB like that. She probably just did her study on him. That the day before and knew that he was coming. She probably just started. You know what I'm saying? So all she sees is a nigga there with a beard talking about you look good, continuously saying that, man. You sound like a creep. You know what I'm saying? You make the girls want to leave, man. You know what I'm saying? So so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that Cameron was doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Like defending her. Plus AB older than her. Like it ain't like that he 24, 25 or something like that doing that to her, you know what I'm saying, trying to talk. He a little bit older than her. We don't know who she deal with, what type of guys, but come on, man. All she know is that you an old ass nigga keep looking at her like she's some meat. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, like, you know what I'm saying? So I understand where Cameron came from, like saying, man, come on, man, you gotta go. But as far as talking about him when he gone and saying all that extra shit, then no, I don't agree with that. You should have said that when he was there.
Yeah, that's that, and not only that part. Like to me, I had the problem with the giving him money on camera and patting him on his back like he's some sort of crackhead or something. Like I had a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's really your man and you really care for him, cut to an ad or nothing. Like that part of the interview or conversation or whatever y'all want to call it didn't even make the show. You released that after the fact. Why do that? That was my whole thing. What's up, Band Up?
Salute, Jab Queen. Salute, Rich. What's good with you? How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I feel, man. AB, he's I feel where Cameron coming from because in a sense he like dude boyfriend here, and in the reality, if he didn't say nothing, it would have been like nigga that the dude boyfriend would have been like, bro, the nigga was trying to talk to him, and you didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel him, especially if we got a relationship with whoever the hell dude was. But nonetheless, Jack Queen does pose a good question. Why did it get released the way it did? Because I woke up first thing in the morning and I seen that before I even seen anything else. And it was everywhere. And it's like, it's a continuing stigma from AB because last time we heard anything AB, he was just telling Jake Paul, beat your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was cool. And now everybody thinking of this when they think of AB. You know what I mean? So it does pose a threat, but at the same time, AB should have been a little bit more professional. Now that Cam's talking about he knew he was lit though. All right, bro. If you knew he was lit, then you could know. You gotta know what I mean. You know, you from the hood. You know how niggas get when they drink. Cut it out. I mean, niggas be off that liquor. Niggas get that liquid courage. We all know what it is.
But that's
Yeah,
the thing, though. It's and I mean, for y'all point, right? Like if her boyfriend was there, first of all, you know what I'm saying. Her boyfriend could have spoke up a little bit more too.
nah,
He wasn't. He wasn't. He wasn't on the scene.
nah, but that's another thing. That's another reason why I salute Cameron because Cameron, like, damn, her boyfriend had he could if her boyfriend wanted to be petty. I know some niggas that be like that'd be like, man, what the fuck y'all doing here, man? And then they'll fuck up their whole cast and probably fuck up their whole show. You get what I'm saying? And that, like Cameron said, that wouldn't even be a safe environment. What if her boyfriend would have, you know what I'm saying, took it there with AB, or he
He
had
would have got
something
his
to,
ass whooped.
Yeah. Hey, let me keep it stacked.
I'm
Let me
not.
keep it stacked.
I'm not saying that you thinking about fighting. I don't know too many people that fight nowadays. I'm saying,
Rich, I don't know where you live or what you got going on, but it disturbs me. I just want to go on record saying that.
Hey.
nah. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know too many people that fight. Like I really don't know. Like I don't know. That shit been like that for the last 20 years. I don't really know
Mm,
too many people that's going to sit back and let a nigga beat them up without consequences after it. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So, and then, like I said, what if her boyfriend do some crazy shit? That's all. Fuck that whole cast up. Like Cameron said, we got big people coming here. They got deals on the way. They don't want that
Well, then if
shit looking
that's the
like
case,
it's a
then
fucked up environment.
you need to monitor who you bring on your set more. Then, if you so worried about stuff like that,
Yeah, but y'all, you saying that her boyfriend should have said something. Her boyfriend, like if he would have, man, that's crazy, man.
It wouldn't have
And
been nobody.
I'm glad her boyfriend played it like that. I'm glad Cameron did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Before her boyfriend could do something crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and Cam knew the choice. He chose his word nicely. He said, "I don't want no problems with you, no none of that." But if it wasn't a fighter, he probably would have did something. Came at him a little different. But, even
yeah, if he wasn't AB, you know what I'm saying? Because
even
drunk
drunk
or
AB
not,
to you.
yeah, I'm about to say drunk or not, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just about to run down on AB. That's a dub. Drunk or not, you know what I'm saying? You might have a little bit of a better chance if he drunk, but I still ain't giving you that much of a chance. You know what I'm
I don't.
saying? But
I don't give you the punch resistance. It's a wrap.
yeah, but I'm just saying, and I get what you're saying, Rich. Like the situation could have escalated and elevated, and I get that, right? But then that brings me back to my original question: why did you have him on there when you went to the casino? You saw that he was drinking. Why did you bring him back to your set? Why?
You said what?
That's kind of what I was getting. I'm like, if you knew he was drunk, then you should already know how this should go.
Nah, but he ain't know that he was gonna be I ain't gonna call him a predator, but he ain't know that he was gonna be keep doing it. Like after you said one time, he said it, like if you see in the video, he kept saying it. Then he said he warned him off air. You get what I'm saying? So if you saying it this time, then you keep saying it to her,
Okay,
like nigga, you Adrien Broner. At the end of the day, you can get a lot of bitches. At
come
the
on,
end
watch
of
it. Come on, Rich, with
No,
all of
no, no.
that.
I'm just being honest. Like at the end of the day, he could go
You can get a lot of
in
females, a lot of women. Like, come on.
in this hometown. He could get a lot of women, and the surrounding areas. He could get a lot of women that look better than her, and he could probably treat them like dogs. He could probably treat them like slaves. You know what I'm saying? So for him to keep doing it at her, like, damn, you look good. I ain't know you look that good. Nigga, you know she ain't look like come on, man. You've been to
Stop it.
Floyd
Okay,
Mayweather
we're not
fight.
doing all of this, bro, because
Nah,
I don't even know where you're going with this whole conversation. Because that really has nothing to do with the nature of the conversation, bro.
I'm
We're
just
not
saying.
about to sit up here and tear down how Stack Baby look. If he find her attractive, he
No, no,
find
no.
her attractive. If you don't, then you don't. Shut up, Rich, with all that foolishness.
I'm not saying that babe. She definitely look good, but I'm saying he done been to Floyd Mayweather fights. He done been to his fights. He done took Paula Molly girl, whatever. He done been in Tank fights. He done been around Tank. Tank been around him. They been with a lot of women. For him to keep pressing up on this girl like that, on this young ass girl,
So what? Maybe that's
with
just how he is. He got a lot of kids. Some men just can't help themselves. Some men run around here with anything and everything in their sights and want it. Don't matter what they
nah,
got
nah.
at home. Don't matter
I,
who else they done seen. Some men are just like that.
I understand. I understand. It's people like that, but
Anyway, we're not talking about that. The bottom line
nah.
is this,
What
right?
I'm saying,
Why
listen.
release it? That's the point that I'm trying to make. We're not going into all of that and all of that. The point is you cut that part out of the show, then you aired the show, and then you turned around and you released that part separately. That's the problem that I have. Whether or not he kicked him out because he was being, inappropriate with Stack Baby, all of that I agree with. It's how he did it, and then why would you release it if you call that man your peoples? That's the problem that I have with the whole situation. The situation in totality, yes, he was a little bit, it made me uncomfortable watching it, if I'm being honest. But the problem that I had, like I said, was why release that? It wasn't on the regular show. Whether or not AB has a drinking problem, all of that stuff has been established. We all know that. That ain't no damn secret. But why release that is the question that I have.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I remember. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I remember that. The guy academics, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did an interview with NBA YoungBoy, and he
Yeah.
said NBA YoungBoy wasn't even in the right state of mind. So he was like, "Man, I'm not even about to put this interview out there." He said he did like a 2 hour interview with him. He didn't even put the interview out there, but Gilly the Kid and them went out there and did an interview with YoungBoy. They put it out there. Everybody else that went out there did an interview with him when he was all drugged up. You know, when he was on house arrest and shit like that. they all put the interview out there, but academic said I wouldn't even do that, man, because he wasn't in the right state of mind. So I
That's
ain't
how
even
you
put
show somebody respect
I
and humility.
I
That's all I'm saying, bro.
I ain't
That,
even put the
I
interview
just don't
out there.
understand what the point of that is. Blue Hustle Man, what's good?
How y'all doing? How you doing, Queen? How's everybody doing on the panel?
What's
And
up,
We
Band
we
Queen?
Up
doing good.
and Rich. You know what I
What's
mean?
going on?
I wanted to say something real quick when it came down to a comment that I believe Rich said when he said he doesn't understand why. When you have liquid courage, when you've been drinking, and I hate to say this, and this is just sometimes what it is. When you've been drinking, and I'm not saying she's ugly, but any woman can be more attractive when you have alcohol in your system.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
just for a man. So that's the reason why he was doing what he was doing. You know, and that's
Nah,
AB.
nah.
So I'm gonna tell you just like this. I wouldn't even had AB on there. First of all, I
Thank
would have
you.
told him, look,
eh,
fam.
eh,
I would have told him straight up, look, fam. You know, I got mad love for you, but you've been drinking a little bit, my guy. So I'll have you come in tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? And then we can do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have done.
Hey, but this what I'm saying, right? I never said that it's nothing wrong. It's a lot of niggas that go at the girls drunk or not drunk. Cause I don't even drink and I just like women. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is if you hit a nigga that brought you on the show numerous of times say that to you, drunk or not drunk, you understand where he coming from. And any nigga that grew up or even know, if you hear a nigga say, hey, B man, chill, that's sister right there, or man, that chill out, stop talking to her. And he do it numerous of times, but he still, it ain't like that he pissy drunk, that he falling out, grabbing on people and all that stuff. He's still coherent, you know what I'm saying? And he hear the man saying it.
Rich,
Man,
I hear what you're saying, but that wasn't the nature of this conversation. I like I said, I don't disagree with him putting him out. I disagree with the
no, I
manner
don't.
in which he did so, and I disagree with the fact that he put that tape out. Why did you do that? There was no reason
I,
for it.
and another
Yeah,
thing I disagree with, Jab, is that he waited. Like, why would you sit there and clown him after you put him
that's
out? You didn't
that's
have
what
to do that. You didn't have to have that feedback. You could have
that's what
waited.
that's
You could have told him right there to his face, "Hey, look, fam, you know you've been drinking, and I can't tolerate this, bro." You could have broke it down more professional to where you say and gave him a chance. Say, "Look, bro, I hear what you're saying, and I've said this to you a couple times. What I'm saying to you right now is this, my guy. We boys, man. I got mad love for you, but if you do it again, fam, I have to." You gotta go, my God. I can't just keep telling you this over and over and over. But you wait until after you push him out, you know what you're doing because you're a content creator. Regardless, you create content for people to sit there and tune into. So you knew what you was doing when you got out there and said what you said after
and
you
that's
sat down.
and
That's what
that
I'm saying. Like, come on, man. That's why he's feeling this backlash right now.
and
You know,
that's
people was probably
and
go
that's
ahead,
all.
fam. I
I
got you.
understand. My bad, Blue, but that's all I was saying. Like, that's the only thing I'm mad about. It's a little bit of him putting a video out there. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they need. He paid him the money, so he got the right to do whatever the fuck he want with that video. Once he paid him that money, after that shit or whatever, AB was cool with it. He got the right to do whatever he want with it.
But then don't come
Was
on,
it
but don't
was
come
it
on and
was it
say
was
that's
it
your man's.
was
Because
it
you're
was it good?
contradicting yourself and you don't do
Exactly.
that
Wait,
to your
hold on, hold on,
Yep.
man's.
hold on. Was it good that he did that? Nah, I don't think that was good. But the other thing that that's 100% true. When he left, I ain't really get to see it all. I just seen little snippets of it. But when he left, I seen Cameron like saying some shit about him and all that
Really
stuff.
turning
When
up. Yeah,
when
really turning
when
up
Yeah.
when,
on them.
when he
like,
left,
like this is the average ass nigga or something.
and that ain't nowhere near real. And if I and Cameron should be, I don't know if he feel like that just because he paid AB, that AB ain't supposed to be mad about that. But if I was
And I
AB,
don't think
I'd
that
definitely
the thing
holler at
is
him
this.
about
I
that.
don't think that I don't
I'd
think that
definitely holler
AB.
at him about that.
I haven't heard AB say anything. I think it's the people that support AB and just the people that saw it in general that are kind of having like a problem with the whole situation. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say about the situation. I do not agree with how he did that situation. It's his show. So the brother can do as he damn well please. But if that was a deleted scene from the video and nobody would have known the wiser, because obviously you cut it out well enough that we didn't even know that took place, why then go and release it? That was my only issue with the whole thing. The way you did things. And then, like you said, Rich, the way you talked about him after he left. You know what I'm saying? That's not real nigga shit. I'm sorry. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, A, be a drunk. Da, da. Yes, all those things could be true, but it also could be true that he knew that shit when he saw him in the casino. So why would you invite him on your establishment? Y'all worked hard to build what it is. You, Cam, and Stack, baby. I'm pretty sure y'all work y'all ass off. So why would y'all then go and bring somebody that y'all know is intoxicated on y'all platform? That's
But but
on
but
him.
but
And I
but but
know
at the
people say, AB's grown, he drinking, he did. Yes, but you, as a content creator, as a business owner, these are risks that you are supposed to try to avoid unless your intent was to embarrass him. That's what I got from it.
nah,
Or
what I
why else
got
would you
from
put that out?
what I got from it is that Cameron had OJ Simpson on the show, hilarious before he died. He had Michael Irvin on the show, another hilarious person before, you know what I'm saying, still on the show or whatever. And they like to bid, you know what I'm saying? Like Cameron and them like to laugh and joke. AB is a naturally funny type of person that could joke and come back and chip, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't know that. I don't think that none of us would think that AB, like before this incident, that AB will be harassing a young ass girl on the show. I really feel like that he'll be turning up talking about Clarissa Shields or Lisa Bumgarner like he been dead, or talking about people and
Well,
shit
we
like
know
that.
his mouth
But
is disrespectful. Like we
or
know what to expect.
I feel like that AB when he get drunk or when he on
He
interviews,
does that
he
sober.
listen. That's what I'm saying. Listen, even when he's sober, I feel like he's just
Yeah.
another. He's just a boxing version of Cat Williams. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I don't feel like that he will be just continue talking about it, talking to a girl. So I understand why Cameron put him on the show. Cause it's definitely a viral moment, and it's both niggas that really got unfiltered mouths. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say what they feel. They gonna say what it really is and all that stuff. So I don't feel like Cameron did it to embarrass him or none of that stuff. I feel like that he like, damn, we definitely going to
But Rich,
have
we
fun.
can all. I think everybody on this panel can agree that AB in any situation is the wild card. Is he not?
Yeah. You don't know what you're gonna get because
You
he
never
say
know
wild
what you're
shit
gonna get
himself.
with him.
We know. Listen, we know he loves women. We know because boy, he'll tell you that in a second.
But listen,
Hmm.
I just that part is all I wanted to really address. I didn't really want to make that the whole entire show because I want to move on to what we think is going to happen to the 168-pound division. Now, Rich, I know you said one man has all the belts. That is correct for now, but he does not plan on campaigning or defending those belts at 168, which means essentially he will drop them. So once he drops them, who do we see picking? I mean, do we see them being all over the place like it is at what 140 and 154 where just one person, everybody got a damn belt, you take a belt on the Oprah shit? Or do we see somebody
Nah,
really going around collectively getting those belts and holding on to them like Canelo did for all those years?
I mean, look,
I think we gotta wait to see what Terrence Crawford do. A lot as we know now, and I think we gotta stop being delusional. A lot of boxers say a lot of shit. I feel like all these niggas get hit in their heads and they say a lot of stuff. I haven't seen one boxer that haven't contradict themselves yet. I seen David Benavidez say that he would never go back down to 168. Then I seen another interview that he said, hell yeah, I would go back down to 168. You know what I'm saying? So I really haven't
Well, hold
seen.
on, because you have to put that in context, Rich. The reason that he left 168 is because he felt like he did everything he could there and Canelo wouldn't fight him. So why not move up to fight tougher
Nah,
competition? Like you
that,
can't compare
that,
David
that's
Benavidez to a lot of these cats, bro,
nah.
because
I'm
David
saying I
Benavidez
never
looks for real
wait.
smoke in every
I think
situation.
you selective hearing what I'm saying. I said I
I'm
don't
not
watch.
selective shit.
I said I don't watch him when they asked David Benavidez if Terrence Crawford beat Canelo, would you fight him at 168? He said out his mouth, no. Then I seen in another video that they asked him the same question, and he said out his mouth, yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that they all say stuff, you know what I'm saying, at the moment, or how they feeling at the moment, or
Was that
they
before or after Turkey tweeted, "Can Benavidez make 168
no,
still?"
all this is before all that stuff. All this is before. I'm just saying how they talk, and I really feel like that they not media savvy, whatever y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? They not
Media trained.
prepared.
Yeah, a lot of them are media
They
trained.
not prepared for these questions because they just boxers. So they not really prepared to be like this. Yo, you know they gonna ask this question. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really feel like. And I just heard Crawford say one thing. I done heard Shakur say one thing and do another. I done heard Devin say one thing and do another. I heard Tank say one thing. I heard all these
No, I'm
fighters say
good,
stuff.
fam.
I done heard all these fighters say stuff and do something different. So that's why I don't never place blame on none of these niggas because that's all. That's how they
How do we
talk.
get to that? How do we get to that? So basically, what you're saying is you
So
think that
basically, I'm
Crawford
saying
is
is
going to stay at
so
168 and
basically, I'm
hold the
saying
belt.
as far as right now as we know, Crawford is staying at 168 and he got all the
Yeah, he
belts at
said he's
No,
not.
160.
He said
And,
he said he's not vacating the belts right now. But if you want me
Yo,
that's
to
what
put
I'm
some,
saying. But that's what I'm saying. So at
but he was also
168,
asked about 160, and he said he
as
would go to 160 if
that's what
anything.
I keep saying. All these boxers say we done heard Crawford say that he wouldn't never fight Canelo, and he fought Canelo.
That's true.
We
That's
done
true.
heard Canelo say that he wouldn't never fight Crawford, and he ended up fighting Crawford. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
All
that's
these
true.
boxers say one thing and they do another. So we just got treated like he is 168 with them belts. That's all I'm
you,
saying.
hey,
We
you
got
know
to
what?
treat it like that
Check this out, y'all. Check this out.
because that's what
You
it
know,
is.
What's
Canelo.
up?
I don't think Canelo's gonna retire.
I
So
don't think so
here,
either.
me
so
either.
check this out. This is what I think he's gonna do. Crawford drops the belts whenever he does. Canelo gonna pick him right back up. Ain't nobody up
Yep.
there look. Look, as nobody's
He
up
done beat
there.
damn near everybody up there, ain't
Exactly. So he's just gonna do the same thing again. You gotta
Now
understand. Like I can see
I,
that.
w-
I
I
can see
wouldn't
that
put it past
easy.
him. But I say this, hey, look, in a perfect world, had that boy EJ get his little fight in, his little return fight in, and then Canelo should revisit that fight. And then they can fight. Hey, look here, you outclassed Canelo too. There you go, Bud and EJ part two.
I don't
he?
know about yeah. I don't
168. You
know.
think he'll go
Yeah,
up to
for
168?
EJ, nah.
Vando?
He was already, hey, listen to what they said. He's already said he was bigger than Bud back then. So if what we taking, what we know, and you guys was holding Bo Mac to the feet to the fire, talking about Bo Mac said Bud was bigger, nigga. The nigga that he was fought was said to be bigger than that. So he should be perfectly fine. If we just seen another nigga go up there and do it, and you was in talks to fight Canelo first.
That
Yeah.
was years ago, though. But you know what? I mean, listen, it's all to me. It is what it is. Getting that fucking ring and squabble up. But I thought that he was in talks to be fighting Jamel.
We don't know where that boy gonna campaign at
Yeah,
in terms of weight.
and that's another thing, right? Like I don't. I think Earl Spence. I don't know what's up with Earl Spence, but I really think that he could come back and take over. I feel like that it ain't really nothing wrong with him, like people think it is, saying all that crazy stuff just because Bud just way better than him.
I
Like
don't
so
think that. I don't think, and I said this
I
before.
think Earl Spence will beat the shit out of a lot of these niggas, and I feel like that. I don't know what's going on with his career, with his trainers, and or with PBC, whatever they got going on, but I feel like it's more to that. That's why he ain't returned. I feel like when he do return, he want to have a big fight when he return. I don't see Earl Smith trying to go in there and get a tune up against nobody
Yeah,
like
he
what
said. Well,
like
he been saying he don't do
I
tune-ups,
don't
but he needs
don't
one.
I don't look at yeah I never heard him say that, but I'm saying I don't look at Earl
Nah, he
Spence
been saying he don't do tune-ups.
as a nigga that want to do it. So I really think Earl Spence was pushing for the Fundora fight, and something happened in between them PBC guidelines or PBC or whatever the case may be over there with Earl Spence.
I
That
think that
Hey,
they
that
might
shit
have
ain't
thought it was
happening.
too big of a
I think
fight.
they
Hold
showed
on.
them.
I think that they might have thought it was too big of a fight for him to come back to off of such a long layoff. And
Man, I
Earl
think
being
he'll beat the
Earl,
shit out of that nigga.
he well, I don't know. After
I
such a
think
long
he'll
layoff,
beat
I think
Fundora.
his problem. I
I
think
think
Earl's
he'll
problem.
beat the
I don't
shit
think
out
it's
of Fundora.
physical. I think it's mental. I think his problem is mental. I don't think it's physical at all. I think it's a mental thing that he may have going
I
on.
don't think he got nothing mentally going on. I think it got something to do with whatever he got going on with his managers and whoever he's
Yeah.
with. I don't think
Look,
it's
I think what
nothing.
it was is
I think he want to go back in there and fight the biggest fight, and that's why we keep hearing Fundora around his name. They were supposed to fight here. They were supposed to fight there. He told Crawford, "You it's the wait in line, buddy. I get this first." I don't think that he was just talking, and I never really I ain't been around when y'all was arguing about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, but as far as I know about Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember Errol Spence just be talking just to talk for real about fighting niggas, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. So
Nah, me
I
neither.
ain't got it. I ain't got it in him,
Look,
and I ain't gonna put that lie on him or none of that stuff. I think that he ready to fight, but it's something going on with them. I think that all of them niggas really ready to fight. Jamel Charlo,
can,
but I think they ready to fight.
They
Not
need to
no
get
no no. I
themselves
can't
together. They
say
was going
Jamel
through some
Charlo. No no.
personal shit.
Then again,
They
can
he's
went
I
a
through
say
some
bitch.
something real
personal
quick though,
shit.
He's a
y'all?
bitch. I
Can
can't
I
Go
even
say
ahead,
say
something real?
Jamel Charlo.
hold on, Rich. Go ahead, Blue.
Jamel Charlo a
Go ahead,
bitch.
Blue. What's in there?
Okay, thank you. What I was gonna say is this: I think they shelved him because he lost to Earl, he lost to Bud. They did not want him to have that fight. Think about it. If you tell somebody, look, man, we ain't seen this right now, and he go out of his way to force the issue, and then he loses 3 belts, and then he wants to come back and he makes all he's got all this stuff going on. They probably shelved him for a little bit. Look, you got to sit down and time out. We're gonna put you on timeout. This is just I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm saying that could have been a possibility. Like something happened where they were like, you got to sit in timeout.
Yeah, I
We
think it's
told you
just
no to
business.
Hey, you
this.
I
know what's
think it's
hey,
We
but
told you
business.
listen,
no.
Rich,
listen to
Rich,
this.
let him
Listen to
finish.
this.
Hold
Hold
on.
on,
Let him
hold
finish.
on.
Let him finish. Go ahead,
Thank you,
hustle man.
thank you. It's like this. I told you no to this. You did it. I told you to go do this. You didn't do it in the right enough time. I don't know if that's the situation, but I think that he was told to do certain things and the outcome didn't come out, the way that they wanted it to. And they probably just said, we got to sit you down for a little bit. Because think about it. He hasn't, we don't know who his trainer is. He hasn't been doing anything. He's been acting like he's been putting himself in position to make these fights, but he hasn't been following through. So it's like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? They must have told you to sit down because you hard headed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That could be something. Not could be reaching, but that's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna say that that's completely incorrect, but I will say this: before there was a Gervonta Tank Davis, there was a Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
he was the PBC Golden Boy, and I can't see just one loss ruining your whole career. That's why I hate when guys take these super long layoffs after a loss, like Frank Martin. It's like, nah, my nigga, get back in there. And to I blame Mayweather. As much as I loved Mayweather, I blame Mayweather for all of these niggas protecting their O's, not really wanting to get in there and challenge themselves, but they want to run around here like they hot shit. I blame Mayweather because the O really only means something if you got a laundry list of dogs on your resume. If 90% of your resume I can't pronounce their first or last name, I mean, what we really talking about? You know what I'm
Hey,
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah. If I
it
don't
was
know who you
reported.
are,
Hey, it was reported that what's it called, that they was trying to offer Errol Spence to what's it called, Pacquiao, before they offered Barrios. They called about both of them when they first was
yeah,
making that
yeah,
fight.
and then it fell through.
yeah.
Yep,
Yep. So I'm like, I don't know
yep.
if the BBC just trying to ship him ship him here. Hey, this is what you got. This is what you got. I don't know how ready it is, but that was out there.
Well, wait a second, because I know after the fight with EJ and Bud, weren't they in transition? You know what I'm saying? Or they weren't already on Prime, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they weren't.
So maybe that kind of pushed some shit back, and then maybe they just can't get right. I don't know, but an extended layoff like this, not saying that he can't do it, but it's gonna be a tough ass task to get in there with a live dog, especially like Pandora, who fights multiple times a year. You know what I'm saying? You coming on such a long layoff. This is not gonna be a walk in the park. You know what I'm
I,
saying? So
I,
a
I
tune up,
don't
and I
think.
know he may be against those, but a tune up might just be what you need. At least get you some real rounds in.
Man,
Hey, look, he should have
Fundora,
fought Fundora when he first approached Fundora. He should have fought him then because now
Yeah.
Fundora's fighting to his height. He's actually, using his reach and he's learning how to fight, with his height. And that's one thing I
hey,
like. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say it again, like, cause you keep saying he should have did this. I don't think it had nothing to do with Earl Spence, and I think that Fundora ain't never fight nobody like Earl Spence,
Hmm.
ever, ever in his
He
life.
hasn't he
So,
hasn't fought
so
anybody
I don't.
like Earl Spence. So I agree
I
with
feel,
that. But off of a long ass layoff, you're not gonna get a full Earl Spence. Give him a
and,
minute to warm his shit back up. That's like an old ass car. Let that
and,
bitch sit in your driveway on for a minute before you just hop in
and,
there and
and,
drive
I
around.
and I and I and I'm gonna say this one more time. I feel like that there ain't really nobody that's a Terrence Crawford, Canelo, um, just a Benavidez, Bivol, Usyk at 154. That's why these fighters looking so good.
Exactly, Lee.
I don't
Exactly,
feel.
Lee.
I feel like if Earl Spence land his mark there, or whatever, or Boots really make an impact. If Boots, I gotta see how he fight against one of them guys first though. But I feel
I'm
like
gonna
that.
just.
I
I'm gonna
feel
tell you
like
now
that.
from the stylist.
I feel
Oh,
like
hold on, Ben. Let him finish. Go
I
ahead,
feel
Rich.
like that weight class will be getting taken over. I feel like that we
Which one?
fight
154, 168? What you
154.
talking about?
I feel like that weight class is really overhyped for real. Cause it ain't. It's all mediocre
You
fighters.
crazy.
Listen to what I'm saying. I feel like it's good fighters, but it's not no Usyks in that 154 division. It's not no Canelos in that 154 division. It's not no Terrence Crawfords in that 54 divisions. And that's why we thinking that division is really bigger than what it is. I feel like it's all good fighters though. Don't get it wrong, but it's not no elite fighters in that division. That's why we think that division is really as what it is. I really think if Earl Spence would have been landing his mark there or whatever and been fighting them niggas, I think he would have been took over that division. That's what I
I
think.
will say this. I'll say
Okay.
this, Rich. I don't
That's what I
think
think.
I'm not gonna say I completely disagree with you, but I will say 154 is pretty much where they get the most active. I'm not gonna say that it's a bunch of chumps up there. They're extremely good fighters up there. I would go to say that that's probably the division with the most live dogs in it. Every other division is kind of spread out.
Yeah, he might be right.
Look, I think when it comes to that 154 division, they all of them, all of them is gonna have an issue with drawing boots in this. Simple as that.
Oh hell yeah. That's a
I
fact.
don't see. I don't give a damn which way you want to mix it up and match it. Whoever goes against Boots first and whoever goes against him second is gonna have a fucking issue.
You know what I want to see too,
But you
band
know
up? Hold on, Rich. Hold on, Rich. You
hold
know
on,
what I
go.
want to see, band up?
What's up?
Go ahead. You wasn't finished?
Oh yeah, just to kind of land my. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Land your plane.
Yeah, just to land my plane when it comes to that, um, there are similarities with the styles, not the performance. I mean, not necessarily the performance and outcomes, but the styles between a Bud and a Bud and Boots. And EJ's performance against that type of switch hitting, fast moving, you know what I mean, active feet and also active hands type style. We didn't see any. I don't, and I've yet to hear Earl fan tell me what that man can really do with two fists to counteract what the fuck happened to him. And I think that's just going to be a part two all over again. He can go against Charlo all he wants to. He can go against Fedor. He can go against motherfucking whoever else in that division. But once he gets to that style, it's going to be a problem. And a question to you, Jab Queen, for I think, and I'm not for sure. I'm sorry if I'm putting words in your mouth, but to answer the question, I got a question for you. Do you see a big difference now between Charlo and Bud? Because at first
Big difference.
first the difference wasn't that. I mean, he isn't that much better than Charlo. He, you know, what I mean, he might be
I
better,
still
but
don't
not
think
that
that.
much. You
I still don't think that. I
still?
still don't think that. And no, I still don't think that. And but to be fair, band up, I told you I'm not easily impressed, number one. And
You did
number
say
two, there's nothing that there's nothing Bud can do to make me like him. So y'all really need to stop trying. I just don't like that man. I will always give him his credit for being a great boxer. I think that he definitely is, this Canelo fight definitely opened up my eyes to how good he really is. But all of that bend over and making it clap for him, y'all niggas not getting that from me. I will always be truthful. Yes, he is a really good boxer. And I said it before on my show. I said, even though we up here slandering him, I said if anybody could do it, Bud could do it. I said that. I said that in my videos. I said if he could take Canelo's power and move around with that weight, then Canelo might be in trouble. So kudos to him for what he did. You know what I'm saying? But all this extra shit, Mount Rushmore and the greatest nigga ever lived and all of that, y'all can miss me with that. I ain't jocking all of that.
Hey, but the thing is, right, with when we go back to that Boots taking over 154, that's
Yes,
that's
Cuddy.
the
Yes, that particular conversation,
that
absolutely.
that's the whole thing that I'm saying. If Boots end up beating the shit out of one of them niggas, right, or fighting them, and he do it and he beat him so bad, like how Crawford do all his fights, we gonna look at them guys like they really ain't nothing. After the fights, I promise you, after the fights, we gonna say them niggas wasn't shit. What have he done in the boxing? Then when he do it to the
You
next
know
one,
what, Rich?
then when
I'm
he
not
do it
gonna
to the
say that.
no, I'm saying then when he do it to the next person, that's what we gonna say, and then you gonna see like a domino effect. Then they gonna be fighting each other. They gonna go off to the win,
No,
and
that's just gonna mean he's that much better than
and,
them. That's when you start labeling niggas elite. When they
and,
running through niggas like the niggas that you thought was dogs and they running through them
I
like
don't I
water.
don't
That's when you label a nigga
I
elite.
don't feel like none of them niggas is dogs compared to Boots. I don't feel like none of them niggas dogs compared to Crawford. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like none of them niggas is dogs at all. I feel like they good fighters and they look good fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? But when they fight, so that's like if I see um Pitbull and El Rayo fight or whatever. El Rayo beat up Pitbull or whatever. Okay. Damn, I'm saying it wrong. Hold on, but that's like I don't look at them niggas as elite. Cause when they fight somebody that's really good or somebody that like if El Rayo fight Gary Antoine Russell, you see what happened. He got beat all 12 rounds. But yeah, he looked good against Pitbull. When I seen that fight, or when other people seen that fight, they like, damn, El Rayo a little bit good. Look how he handled
You know what,
Pitbull
Rich?
and all
That
that stuff.
brings me to my next point that I was gonna make.
Look
Go
how he
ahead,
handled
finish up.
Pitbull. Look how he handled Pitbull. But soon as he fight Gary Antoine Russell, he showed you that nigga ain't shit. Now we probably not never gonna hear from El Rayo again. He probably be one of them niggas that continue getting beaten up by prospects later on, like in the next two
Who?
years or something like that. El
Who?
Rayo. El Rayo.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, but that's the thing I'm saying. Like once they fight somebody that's elite, it's just gonna show who they really is. And then we gonna be like, damn, these niggas really ain't nothing. They not shit.
Butcher, what's up, baby? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on y'all way in the building. So, Rich, you brought me to my point, right? And I
Yeah.
don't, because I don't, me personally, I don't like to do the race thing. But let's be honest, when they go up against each other, it's like almost like, similar styles, kind of, I don't want to say flat footed or whatever the case may be, but let's just say planted, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jab, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you kind
Yeah, I
of
get
sound.
you. Oh damn, you throw me.
Yeah, no, I
My
said when
shit
they
was
when
fucked
they
up.
when they go up against one of us, it's almost like they lose.
Who
You know what I mean? So
oh yeah. And
you
they
know what I
get
mean? So it's not that
and they
they're not good in their own right. It's just when they come up against the more athletic, more slick, more can do more than just punch one at a time type of styles, they come up short most of the time. Now some of them can get in there and really tear some shit up. Those are the ones that you remember throughout time, the Trinidads and the Wilfred Alfredos and all of them. But for the majority, it's like they good when they're going up against each other. But when
and
they
that's
step
but
in there with one of us, it's a little bit different.
that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of them guys been going up against one another, and we just
Yeah.
calling them dogs. They ain't fight Jamel Charlo when he was there. They ain't fight. They like they not fighting people that like. Come on, man. Like I'm
Well,
telling you,
and with to
it's
be
nobody.
respectful,
I'm gonna be telling y'all this forever. It's nobody at in that weight class that's a Usyk, a Terrence Crawford, or none of them elite guys. It's even Earl Spence. Is no one in there that's like that. Besides probably Boots, and we don't even know if Boots really like that until he fight one of them guys at 154. You know what I'm saying? So I
and
can't.
when you say one of those guys, who you talking about?
I'm just saying anyone that's like up there. Like I could see Earl Spence been like
Virgil.
that because Earl Spence been
I'm about to
around for.
say because to me, Virgil is a name that's just been pumped up. If we're being
But
honest, because if
Virgil,
you follow that timeline, he turned down a fight with Boots too. When he first got to 154, then he wanted to call him out. But when they were both like on the cusp of going, when Virgil was on the cusp of going to 154, right before that he got called out. Didn't he have like what was that shit where he got sick from weight draining himself or whatever the case may be and had to move up to 154?
wait, hold
Like
on,
I feel like
hold
Golden
on, hold.
Boy.
Hold on. The guy Cuddy said something. He said you keep saying Boots, but he hasn't done anything remotely close to what any of them has. Who is any of them? Like who is you talking about? Is you
I don't know
talking
what
about?
he's talking about. Oh, thank you, B Dog. Yeah, the red
Is
pill.
you
That's what I
talking
saw.
about Terrence Crawford and them, or you talking about people at 154? Because as far as I see, all them guys at 154 haven't did nothing either. They just got a belt just like Boost got
Well,
belt.
you know what? I'll tell
You
you
know what
this,
I'm saying?
Rich. I'll say this,
So
right?
whatever you saying,
Hold on.
dickhead, then
Stop. Why you always doing that, man? You be killing me. You so bothered by people in the goddamn bushes when
nah,
you on the
I just
goddamn
happened
stage.
to
You be
look at the
killing me.
comments. I just happened to look at the comments and I seen somebody say that. All I'm trying to say is that Boots go up there and he beat one of them guys in the top three or somebody that they keep claiming. I really don't consider Virgil Ortiz as a I do consider him as a 154-pound fighter, but they both came up to 147, 154 together for real. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same way Ryan Garcia and Brody came up to 147 together. Like I don't look at them as
To me,
they
they're just where they
they,
belong now.
yeah, they haven't officially stamped themselves at 147 like Ryan and Brody got Brody. You know
What's
what I'm
up,
saying? So
Writer's Block? How you doing, baby? Um, Rich, you know what I was gonna say to you? That's what I want to see, right? Because y'all know that Karen is back. Karen Chikadazi, or however you pronounce his last name, he's back. So I want to see how the other, what was it, 150, 147 pounders? I want to see how they do against him. If they beat him like Boots beat him, I want to see that. That's a measuring stick for me. Since everybody claimed that Boots didn't look that great in that second fight, I want to see how the rest of 147 do against Karen. And then I
yeah.
want to see how they do against what's his name? The last one that he fought at 147 before he moved up.
Man, Boots fuck around. If they got the fight coming up, Boots fuck around and do him just like Terrence Crawford did Amnesia. Um, um, Boots did all them guys they fought at 147. Them niggas ain't. I don't feel like they that good. I feel like Fundora might stand out. I feel like Fundora might
I
stand
think
out.
he just stands out because he's so big.
I feel like Virgil might last for the moment, or Virgil might have a possible chance to win it. I don't know, because I don't
Well,
know
Virgil is in the Golden Boy Witness Protection Program,
because
so.
we really ain't never seen Boots fight nobody either. If we want to be honest. So the guy Cuddy do got a point. We really haven't seen him fight nobody,
But what I'm asking
and
y'all
he going
is
up to 154.
You Cuddy, all of y'all who say Boots ain't fought nobody. Who are these somebodies that y'all want him to fight? Because if I'm
Oh,
not mistaken, he was trying to fight EJ. He was trying to fight Buzz. So who are these somebodies that y'all want him to fight?
I mean, they
Apparently, y'all
also
talk about the more commercial
they
names, but who are these somebodies?
they also I'm not gonna keep like we always hear stuff. We not even behind the scenes when people talk, but we also heard that Bud tried to fight Boots too. We heard the same thing, and we heard the same thing. Boots tried to fight Bud, so it goes hand in hand. But
What I asked you was, who are these somebodies? Who are
and
these somebodies that y'all want this man to fight? Y'all always saying that they ain't fight nobody. They
he
ain't fight.
I mean
Who are these
I
midget
mean
some? They not in the
I
ring by
mean
themselves.
I mean somebody he could have fought Brian Norman. He could have fought. He still could have fought. He could have fought Virgil back in February and shit like that. He could have fought
He
somebody.
was not at 154 then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He could have fought somebody, just like Terrence Crawford could have fought
So
Sean
you mean
Porter.
more? You mean more commercial
Ter,
names? That's what you mean.
Terrence Crawford should have fought Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, all them, but he happened to be over at Top Rank. So Boots could have fought all these guys, but he happened to be with Showtime. He happened not to take the fight because he was 8 pounds, 7 pounds smaller. You know what I'm saying?
What are you
So
talking
we.
about? Who are you referring to?
What you mean? Who I'm referring to?
You said 8 pounds, 7 pounds smaller. Who are you talking
I'm
about when
saying
you're
he the
referencing that?
reason why he didn't fight on Virgil Ortiz because he was how much pounds smaller? 8 pounds, 7 pounds.
You mean from 154 to 147? But that's the
Yeah,
point. Is
yeah,
this right? Okay,
exactly. That's
so
what I mean.
you want him to either go up or come back down. So you want him to fight Virgil Ortiz at 154, where Virgil just moves and is now comfortable because that's where he should have been the whole time since he suffered from
Nah,
rheumatoma and had to go to the fucking hospital.
nah. This what I'm saying to you, and I don't I'm just giving y'all the same criticism that people give Bud. But who do you want Bud to
Rich, we're
fight?
not talking about Bud. We're talking
Wait.
about
No,
Boots. You
no.
said the
What I'm
boy
saying,
ain't fighting
is
nobody.
I'm using
Who?
y'all points of views that Crawford could have
Don't
fought
use
all
nobody point of view
Crawford
but
could
your
have fought
own. What are
all
you
those
talking about,
guys.
bruh?
But guess what? He was signed the top rank.
Rich,
He
if I
made the
tell you one
wrong
more time we're
mistakes.
talking about Boots and we're not talking about, but if I tell you that one more time, Stay on topic, bruh. You be having a hard time with that. Who are
Listen,
these magical or mystical people
he
y'all
could have
want the man to fight?
he
Is
could
the
have fought
question.
Crawford. He could have fought Virgil. He still could have went up there to fought Virgil. He even could have fought Tio. I don't
Why
give
the
a
fuck
fuck.
would he go down to
I,
140 to fight
he
Teofimo
not gonna go
Lopez,
down to
bro?
140. If Tio was gonna go up there and they had the money on the line and
What,
been
what,
confirmed,
what,
it
what,
been
I remember
confirmed,
that
what?
conversation.
it been
What
confirmed by
good
both
is that?
parties.
What good would that fight do Boots' career when he specifically see?
What
This is what I don't understand about y'all, right? So many people run around here talking about he could afford this one, he could afford that one. Y'all want him to fight Teofimo Lopez from a whole nother weight class, right? The man told y'all he wants to be undisputed at 147. Y'all get mad at that, right? Cool. But then when somebody like Gervonta Tank Davis tells y'all he don't give a damn about no legacy, he don't give a damn about belts, all he want to do is fight for money. Y'all mad about that? Y'all niggas need to really make up y'all
I
minds.
don't know. You bringing up other people now, but like I said, he could have fought Tio. I feel like at 147 he could have fought Tio. I bet you this, Tio is a better name than the guy they fighting now. A
Not
better
really.
name.
It's not better competition. We don't know that. And that's another thing, right? How long are we going to let Teofimo Lopez skate on that goddamn Loma fight? Because really, what has he done since then, bruh?
He
Like
beat up
everybody
another. He beat up
loved
an
to,
undisputed
like I don't
champion.
understand this.
He
And
beat up
okay,
he went up
and guess what?
another undisputed champion.
When Boots fights Lima, that's what he'll be doing.
Uh, Who's Lima?
The guy that he's going to fight.
Oh, okay. Who is he though?
He's a champion, nigga. What are you talking about? Just because you don't know him, Rich, and you only follow commercial names in boxing, doesn't mean that he's not
Who
nobody. Y'all
is
have to
Lima?
stop this.
Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Who is Lima? Be
Rich, get off
honest.
my panel, bro. Blue Hustle Man, what's up? Because Rich is getting on my nerves.
Who is he?
I'm so sick of you, Rich. I swear, oh God, I'm gonna put your ass off of here. Blue Hustle Man, band up. What's going on? Because I'm done with Rich tonight. He's got a
Fuck
lot
you
What up?
going
want to
What
on.
up? What
say?
up? Hey, I was just
Cuddy.
sitting back, kicking back.
What y'all the ones talking about he's not fighting nobody. So I'm asking y'all who y'all want him to fight besides these commercial names, right? I heard Rich, he said a whole bunch of garbage that really don't matter, right? So y'all are the ones talking about he ain't fighting nobody. So give me a specific name y'all want the man to fight that would appease y'all.
Me
Because
Who,
personally,
clearly
Boots?
that's what it's all about, right?
that's my second.
Appeasing y'all.
No, that's my second favorite fighter. I mean, I understand that he's not. I mean, he hasn't fought the names. He's been kind of avoided, just like my guy Terrence. You know what I mean? In the same way. So I get it. You know what I mean? When it comes to Boots, certain
I
fighters,
definitely
that
get
So
it.
style is competitive.
I
So
said this,
I
right?
want to
At
see.
154, I'm gonna give him this first acclamation fight. After that, we will see if he makes a fight with Fundora. We will see if he makes a fight with quote unquote Virgil. Because if we being honest, I don't really think
One
Virgil
time.
was all of that. I think that he has been propped up as a golden boy star, just like Ryan, just like Zapata, just like all the other ones that came before him, because they need stars over there, just like they're trying to fast track little Keith Schofield.
Hey,
So
band
if you
up.
ask, I mean, we're gonna see.
Hey, band up. Hey, band up.
Yeah.
I definitely, me personally, deep down, me personally, I like Boots. I really think that his career, I feel like that he could learn from Terrence Crawford's career or whatever like that. And I feel like that his career is just like Terrence Crawford right now. And he ain't really doing stuff. But the thing about it is, I'm just going off of what the Terrence Crawford haters say, man. That's all I'm going off of because
Rich, I wish you would go off your own
the
opinion.
shit
It almost
Well,
feels like you don't
nah,
have one.
let me talk about it.
hey, can I?
The thing about it is
Yeah, go
that
ahead, Blue. No, be quiet, Rich.
let
Go
me
ahead,
talk
Blue.
just one
Blue
second of
Hustle.
ban up.
No,
One
no,
second.
no. I said no. Go ahead, Blue Hustle, man.
Thank you. But I feel like this when it comes to Boots. I just want to like look. He's a good fighter. You know, at first everybody's trying to say that Boots is basically a 2.0 of Bud, but then people are saying that he's a 2.0 of Roy Jones, which I agree with. You know, but that's just my opinion. You see what I'm saying? But he's a good fighter. But I just want to see the man fight the best. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what all this talk about taking tune-ups, and you need two tune-ups before you fight Virgil
He
Ortiz.
said he never said that.
Well, you know what? That's not what the Sheik said. So
It
if
don't
you
matter what the
you
street said. The man came out his mouth and
no
said he
no
never
the
said
Sheik
that.
He
No,
said
but
that's not what the Sheik said.
what I'm saying is
What's
not what
going
the
on,
Sheik
Opulent?
said. It's not what the Sheik said. The Sheik came up and said, "Look,
They
we
said
ain't
drop
giving
the
you no
link,
tune-ups."
Jad Queen.
They
Huh?
said that,
They said drop the link.
yeah, the
The
Sheik
link was
said
already there.
it's in the
Oh, hold
chat,
on. I'm
y'all.
sorry. Hold on. I'll put it back. The Sheik, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, they late to the
The Sheik
link.
said, but the Sheik also said that he wasn't doing pay-per-views, and he has. The Sheik also said that he wasn't trying to change anything but make it better, and he has. He's currently him and Dana White with his bald-headed ass are currently trying to change the Muhammad Ali Act. So it's obvious that Turkey lies as well, right? So we can't pick and choose who you want to believe in any given situation. This will be his first fight at 154. Now if he fight another goddamn person that nobody, so y'all say knows, then we can get on his ass. But taking an acclamation fight at 154, I really don't have a problem with that. I really don't understand why everybody's bent out of shape about that.
No. See, I didn't have a problem with that. That wasn't my point. My point is that this is my point. I just want to see you fight the best. You were built up. You said you wanted to fight Bud. You said you had all these people hyping you up. You had passed the eye test. You got so many fights. I don't want to see any more tune-ups. I just
I
want to
don't
see you
either.
get in there. I just want to see you get in there and put hands and foot on somebody like
But
you're
the,
supposed to.
But
I
see,
want to
this is
see
what
you
I'm
live
talking
up.
about.
I want to see you live up to what you say you are and what people around you
see
say you
see
are.
see this what you this
But
this
see,
this this.
this
Oh,
is
go
my
ahead.
problem, right? This is my problem with that situation. We say that, right? Like we tired of him fighting tune-ups. His whole career been tune-ups, right? And then I say the same thing about Shakur Stevenson, and people get mad.
I
Well,
can't say this. Wait,
but
let me say something. Let me say something real quick. I'm gonna go back to the boots and the Terrence Crawford and then the Shakur Stevenson.
We're not talking about no damn Terrence
All right,
Crawford,
I
bro.
see
Why you
Terrence
keep
Crawford.
mentioning that?
I see Terrence Crawford tickle your feathers. But what I'm saying,
No, you tickle my feathers trying to switch the goddamn conversation. Stay on topic.
Shakur Stevenson. First of all, him and Boots' career, Shakur Stevenson shit is like 5 times, 10 times better than his. And one thing I can say about Shakur Stevenson career, and we're gonna get this understood and it's a
I see
guaranteed fact.
Shakur tickles your feathers.
Wait, listen, we're gonna get this understood and it's a guaranteed fact. Shakur ain't never fight nobody with a losing record.
Are
And
you
you can
sure
go
about that?
yeah, and you can go and look it up. He never fought nobody with a 4-12, a 3-6, a 0-2. Everybody they fought
So
either
mm,
he's
won it.
never fought nobody with a losing record ever.
Please look it up.
Nobody
Please
on
look
his
it up.
resume. So he fought
Please.
all people with O's on their record. All of them.
I never said. See, you not you. Once again, you selective parent. I'm not saying with zeros. I'm talking about a losing record, meaning that they was 5 and
You mean a
30,
lopsided record?
a 5 and 20, a 6 and 20. He never throughout his whole
What does
career.
that have to do with what I said, Rich?
Because you just compared Boots to Shakur
I said
career. It's
what
two
Blue
different things.
Hustle Man said
It's
about
two
him is
different
the
things.
same thing that people say about Shakur, and it's actually not. But anyway, you about to say something, Band Up?
No, I wasn't about to say nothing. You guys go ahead. I'm listening in.
Oh, I thought you said something, or
I
Blue
think that
Hustle
was
Man said
Blue.
something. But
And the and the
but
Bush
anyway,
and the
but
Bushes
that's
and
my
the
thing,
Bushes.
right? So, be
Okay,
quiet. So
okay.
that's my thing, right? Blue Hustle Man. I understand what people say, and to your point, I get it, right? Like I get it. I feel you. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like that, right? But so here's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of these guys, they know that some of these other guys have goals in mind, right? Like somebody mentioned, who did they mention in the comment section? The guy that turned down a fight and then tried to come back and get the fight again, right? So I feel like if you know I got a goal, right, and you're possibly standing in my way or whatever the case may be, you're gonna inflate your number, right? Because you trying to shake me down because you know this is something that I want, or B, you trying to strategically opt yourself out of the conversation. Like the guy that's about to fight Berger now, right? You were offered a certain amount of money. You said that ain't enough. We upped it. That still wasn't enough. But then you tried to spend the block and take that amount. So was it really not enough? Or you just trying to tap my pockets? So that's all I'm saying. That okay. Pork chop with the $5 on the super chat. Give me Boots and Bachram next to claim. They claim Bachram the boogeyman, so let's find out. I ain't mad at that. Is he fine? Is
Hell
he
yeah.
okay? Wait a minute. Wasn't he? Didn't he have like a back Didn't he have back surgery or arm surgery or some shit? Or was that Boa Chuck? One of them just had surgery. Anyway, yes, Rashidi Ellis. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is my point, right? And then it's the same issue. Rich mentioned earlier, Brian Norman Jr. They couldn't get the numbers right. You want this amount, this is what we're offering you. The same thing with Stanionis. He had to come out of his own purse to pay Stanionis. So some of these issues that are taking place in Boots' career, we have to put on Eddie because Eddie is the one making the financial offers, is he not?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the way that Boots is moving right now, yeah, Eddie's most definitely involved with that too.
I mean, I get it, right? Like, we definitely want to see him get in there with the people that are being touted around as they think they could beat him. Obviously, we all want to see that, right?
Hey, can
But
I?
I'm
Hey,
just
can
saying
I?
we have to put, you can wait, Rich. We all have to put things in perspective. Eddie is the one out here making shitty ass, low ball ass offers to people. So we can't put that on Boots. We can't say he's ducking niggas if Eddie offering niggas $2 to fight him. Obviously, you got to
Yeah,
come
you know,
correct. Obviously, he's some sort of threat to somebody. Niggas ain't
Hey,
jumping at the first number they offered. Nah, to fight
hey,
him, I'm gonna need a little more than that. So
hey,
clearly, he got some type of skills.
hey, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna say it one and last time only, right?
Please do.
When you got a case manager, when you got a lawyer, when you got any of them type of people around you, even an agent or whatever, like what they be having and all that stuff. When you got any of them type of
Handlers and
people,
stuff. Yeah.
just like a promoter, you don't work for them; they work for you. So when Eddie doing all this low ball stuff and running it by Boots, Boots is agreeing with that shit. Don't
You don't
we
know
got
that.
we
You don't know that.
listen to what I'm saying to y'all right now. When you got any of them type of people, I don't give a fuck if I don't know that or if I don't know that or not. The world know this. If they work for you, you don't work for them. They work for you. That's why
Rich,
you
how
got them.
many
That's
boxers run
that's
around here like that? How
that's
many
why.
boxers run around here like they
Listen,
know that? How
listen,
many of
listen.
them?
Listen to what I'm saying. They work for you. And I really feel like Boots' dad got a big say so too. You know what I'm saying? But they run shit by you before stuff ever happen. You just don't leave it in the clear. I don't feel like no boxer that's running around here, no basketball player, no football player, no nothing. They got agents or people that they put in a managed position that's just doing stuff without they last say so or without running it by them. So we're gonna
well,
stop
some
putting it
fighters,
on. We're gonna stop
Hold
putting
on,
it
Rich,
on.
because that's not
Let me,
true. A
can I
lot of these
talk? I'm
guys,
talking
they're
still.
not good at business. They're not good at business, so they let
yeah,
their
some
business
fighters,
managers and everything else handle that.
yeah,
Okay,
some
but like
fighters
like
are
I
allowed.
said, like
Some
I said, like
can
I
I?
said, a lot. You saying a
What's
lot of
up,
guys not
Rebuttal?
a lot of guys not good at business, but at the same time, Boots got a team around him. That's why you got managers. That's like the same thing. That's why I hate to bring this up, but that's why the same thing with they saying Shakur in the Tank situation. How could niggas sit back and say that he talked to Shakur Peoples, but say he don't know Jay Prince? You gotta run shit by Jay Prince first.
Rich,
Even if Shakur
Rich.
with
I don't
Eddie Hearn,
understand this,
even
Rich.
let me talk. Even if Shakur's with Eddie Hearn or whatever, it still get ran by Jay Prince.
Rich.
Even with
Did
LeBron with
Shakur
Lakers,
not out
it's
his own mouth
even with
say that they
even
reached out
let
to
me
him?
talk. Let me can I talk? Even if
Did he not say that?
LeBron James with Lakers, shit still get ran by Rich Paul, and he gets the final say so
Oh
at
my
the end of the
God.
day. That's all I'm trying to say. Y'all tripping. Y'all keep blaming stuff and keep placing blame
Well, I understand what you're
on
saying.
Eddie
Look, look,
Hearns and
look,
all
look,
that stuff.
look.
But y'all gotta start looking at
Rich,
sometimes
be
these
quiet.
fighters don't want shit. These fighters like, yeah, go
Rich, be
ahead. And
quiet,
he's
Rich.
running the
Rich.
numbers, but he's running.
Rich. All right. Thank you,
Okay,
Rich. Thank you. Go ahead, Blue
okay.
Hustle Man.
They
So,
hate when you
I
say
mean,
that.
some
Just
fight,
keep it real.
Rich, you be talking
some
about nothing. Go ahead, Blue Hustle Man.
some fighters they do let their manager, handle everything because they just want to be in a fighter. They just want to do what they do best is just fight. So I understand where he's coming from, but no matter what, so they might not even know what's going on because they just leave it up to the. So all they want to do is let me know who I'm fighting next. So there's fighters like that, just like Jab Queen was saying. You see what I'm saying? But on your behalf, what you're saying, it is true that you have some fighters in the game that actually do pay attention to what's going on, and they're right there making the decisions. They actually have a promoter working for them, like it should be. Um,
And there's a
but
handful of them that do that. Ryan
when
Garcia, I know
yeah,
for a fact he did it, and that's why really him and Oscar are always falling out because he
when
continues to
when
put
when
Oscar in
when
his
when
place.
when
But a lot of
Shakur
these boxers do not do that, Rich, and you know that.
when
Just like
Shakur
Mike
took
Tyson, I know this nigga not talking while I'm talking.
go ahead because
Like
what
Mike
y'all
man,
Tyson, like Mike Tyson said, what Don King stole all my money. A lot of these boxers are getting robbed. Benitez or Wilfredo Benitez died broke. Why?
I'm
Because
not
his
see
team took all his money. So don't sit up here and act like
okay
they in the goddamn boardrooms and in the meetings with these niggas when shit is getting done because that's
hey
not their position. And a
one,
lot of them don't even want to take on that role.
once again, I keep saying selective hearing. This
Rich,
is
you know what?
second.
I'm gonna
Wait,
selectively
no,
put your
no.
ass off my goddamn panel because I
Let
heard
me
you just fine.
let me tell
hey,
you
hey,
like
Rich,
this.
you
Let,
selectively long-winded.
wait, let me say this.
For real.
De La Santos, or whatever. I keep saying De La Santos, the one that Shakur fought. He found out his manager was dicking him over some money. What I'm saying is,
He
yes,
found out why he ain't know in the beginning. Why he ain't know in the beginning, Rich?
let me say it. Let me say it. Like I said to you, you had them working for you. So basically, if Eddie Hearn go out here and do something or whatever the case may be, and he tell Jerron Boots Ennis, look, this is what it is, this what it ain't, this what it is. Yes, he could sit back and lie to Jerron Boots Ennis. Yes, he could. He could say, yeah, I offered him this or you getting this much, and he could take his money. That's a whole nother story. But what I'm saying is he still runs shit by him to see if he's okay with it. That's what I'm
Rich, you
trying to
just said it
say.
yourself, even if it's a lie. You're ridiculous, bro. And
So
you don't be
wait.
making no damn
So
sense.
this what I'm
Shout
saying.
out to Band Up in the super chat. Just for the chat, Jab Queen keep doing her stuff.
So
Yeah,
so
thank you, Band Up.
so so this what I'm
Salute.
saying.
Smash the like button, everybody.
So even if it's a, that's what I'm saying. Even if it's a lie, he still get to run shit by him. Like this is what's
This
going on.
nigga's
This is
retarded.
why I'm
Even if
paying.
it's a
This is why I'm
lie,
paying.
like, come
But
on,
wait,
Rich.
hold
You
on.
make
But
my
this
head hurt, bro.
But this is what I'm saying to you. If Boots find out this shit come out and he's still fucking with Eddie Hearn after he sees it's a lie, then it's his bitch ass fault. That's what I'm trying to say from the beginning. So now what you gonna say? He
What
still
I'm
gotta
gonna
run
say now
shit
is,
by
are
him.
you finished?
He just not gonna sit there and be like this. Oh man, I offer this guy a fight or whatever, and I'm not gonna run it by Boots. Hey Boots, man, you gonna be fighting this guy in Philly, Lima on this day. Get ready. Man, Boots can be like, hold on, man. Hold on, who is he? Who is this? What's going on? What's the stipulations of it? They still run that shit by these guys. I'm not trying to hear that shit that y'all saying, man. They run it by
So
these
okay,
guys.
so the more of the topper level guys, perhaps, but as I said, Rich, not all of them. Okay, specifically some of the ones who just do what the hell their management team tells them to do. Now, if like maybe supposedly Shakur now that he's not up under 5 and 6 and 7 niggas, maybe
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying. Keyshawn, you know what I'm saying.
right.
Maybe he runs his own shit. Javante, maybe
Nah,
he.
nah.
These are more or less the upper echelon of boxers.
Shakur don't run his own shit at all. Shakur is at the bottom of the totem pole, but
Well, he well then he lied when he told Espinoza he runs
but
shit.
he still know what's going on. When
Shakur said that he is more hands-on what he has going on right
he
now.
said
So
now,
that's not true. What you just, well, I mean,
he
well, you
said,
just said he's more at the
wait,
bottom of the
let me
totem
talk,
pole.
Holmes. Let me talk before
He
you.
lies all the time. That's
Let me
why I just
talk.
let him run his
Let me
mouth.
talk. I'm not lying. When Shakur
You
was with
are lying,
Eddie,
bro.
with Eddie Hearn, when that Cordina fight came around, right? He said they ran it by him. He said, yeah, I wanted Cordina. He said I thought it was a Then I started looking at his bullshit fight because people he started getting a lot of lack, you know what I'm saying, slack through YouTube. People start saying something. He said, I really ain't want that fight after that. You know what I'm saying? But he said Eddie Hearn ran it past him. You get what I'm saying? Of course they gonna run it past the manager and run it past Shakur. But what I'm saying is Shakur, he probably is hands on now because he ain't Eddie Hearn not his promoter. It's just Josh, it's just Dublan on Jay Prince and him now. It ain't no Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and all that type of shit. Yeah, he probably is hands on now, but he's still not all the way hands on. He ain't no Floyd Mayweather hands on. He ain't no Devin Haney and Bill Haney hands on when they just
But
do
but
stuff.
but this is
He
what
ain't
you
like
assume
that.
that Boots
Nah.
is. This is what you assume that Boots is.
I think Boots is at the same place that Shakur was at with Eddie Hearn. I feel like they run stuff through his father, and his father and them sit down and they make the decisions on what's going on. I don't think Eddie Hearn just doing stuff and not running shit through them niggas.
Well, you know
Y'all be
what? I
fucking
will
lying
say
if y'all
this,
telling
right?
me he
He
is.
probably, Rich, please. I feel like maybe Eddie is presenting things in a way that makes them look better than what they are. Because I don't think that Boots is sitting there, what's the market rate for this fight to offer somebody to fight me and this, that, and the third? No, no boxer is doing that, bruh.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I feel like somebody saying in the comments, like yeah, what he said. 95% of these fighters don't have control of their careers, but you just can't. You not gonna sit back and tell Shakur to fight somebody at a bum ass nigga that's ranked 50 right
You got
now.
to stop this, Rich.
Wait,
You
wait.
got
Let
to
me talk.
stop
Let me
this.
talk. Let me
You
talk.
got to stop this,
And
baby.
you
You
not
got to
gonna sit
stop
there.
this.
You not gonna sit there and tell Shakur to fight somebody that's ranked 50 in the division
You
right
got to
now
stop this.
in his
You have to
career,
stop this.
and he got to agree to
You
do it.
have to stop
I
this, bro.
promise you, he's not gonna do that. I feel like that's for a lot of these fighters. So when you say that, yes, you is right. A lot of these niggas don't run their careers, but they also at the last minute or whatever the case may be, if the last papers go down to them, they still get asked, man. Look, this is what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. And I feel like that we keep
I'm
blaming
pretty
Eddie.
sure
We
that
keep
it
we
that it
keep
says
blaming
like
Eddie. We keep blaming Eddie Hearn as if Eddie Hearn ain't um run through shit through Boots. If he didn't run shit through Boots, Boots just a bitch ass nigga to me. Fuck is you talking about? Boots is a real bitch ass nigga. If he let Eddie Hearn do all the stuff that we say that's fucked up, and he not correcting him, not smacking the shit out of him for fucking up his money, he's
smacking
a
them.
bitch
Like,
ass
Rich,
nigga.
this is what I'm talking about with you,
That's
yo.
why.
You say the most outlandish fucking things. Half of these damn boxers, the majority of these boxers do not run their own careers, and you know that. What you're talking about is called a business model, nigga. You cannot sit up here and tell me that they have time to train, spar, and all this other shit, and sit down at a goddamn table and work out numbers like that Elon Musk. They don't have this fucking
I
time,
never,
which
I
is
never.
why they have a team in place. What their team does, their team gathers a group of names. They say these are the people who are available or seem to be available.
Right,
Go after this person, go after this person, go after this person. Now the final say, possibly, yes, obviously it goes down to the person. Some of them, once you get to a certain level, it will go down to the person that has to get in the ring. But while you're coming up or while you're doing whatever in your career, you just fight whoever they put in front of you.
right. But I don't feel like I feel like if you
So
at
that's
if
ridiculous.
I feel like if you at a stage of you just coming in, let's just say Scooter right now, he coming in the boxing game or whatever. He just signed the top rank. You know what I'm saying? He got 8 fights, 8 knockouts. I feel like as right now that they throwing people in front of him and all that stuff. But once you at a championship level and stuff like that, you cannot sit here and tell me that they'd throw Devin Haney or somebody a person that's ranked 80 or whatever, just fresh off the
That's what we
streets.
fought his whole fucking career. Anyway, be quiet, Rich. What's up, GHBTV? What's going on?
I'm all right. How you feeling,
I'm good, baby. What's up with it?
What's up with you,
man?
Greg?
What's the deal? I was just listening. That's all. Just chop,
Oh, okay. Go
jumped
ahead,
in.
Rich. Finish. You long-winded as hell.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
don't like I said before. I think that all that stuff go down to them. I'm gonna stand on my word. I think that they got the final say so, or they team or whatever got the final say so. I don't think that you just sit back and you don't know what's going on when they send out contracts and all that stuff. No, I'm not putting that on them niggas.
What I told you before was this, Rich. You act like that these boxers know what the market rate or the going rate for somebody to fight them is. So if Eddie is saying perhaps I offered this person 1.2 million and they said no, obviously he's gonna think, well, what the hell he turned down 1.2 million for? He's not going into all the little intricate parts of a damn contract or to know what the going rate maybe of this particular fighter is or this particular fighter, just like Rashidi Ellis, who decided to double back on the offer that he turned down
because it was a good offer. Like I said, a lot of these people overplay their hands when it comes to certain fights. They say this is a dangerous fight for me. I'm gonna need double. Essentially, they sticking up the A side. That's what these niggas are doing.
I'm not putting it all on Eddie Hearn. That's all I'm saying.
Well, whatever.
I'm
Well,
not
whatever.
putting
Put
it
it
on
on who the
Eddie
hell you
Hearn.
want to put
If
on
it's
this.
on
I'm
Eddie
so sick of
Hearn,
you.
then like I said, then he just a scary nigga then. Cause he ain't saying nothing to Eddie Hearn about it. So I'm not putting it on Eddie Hearn.
He
And I ain't
came out his
Can I?
own mouth and said, if it don't come out of his mouth, don't believe it. He said that numerous times.
so
Well,
he
Boots has said a lot of stuff for numerous times. Like, oh man, I don't want to talk
I'm
about
not
him.
like I said, I'm not putting on Eddie Hearn. If I feel like they all a team and they gonna continue being a team, and that's why he re-signed to Eddie Hearn. I feel like if Eddie Hearn was lying on this man so much, he wouldn't fuck. Imagine a person lying on you so much. What the fuck you gonna do?
You lie
Come
every
on,
day on
man.
my damn panel, yet I let your ass click the link. This is ridiculous. Who else
I'm
wanted to
asking.
get up in here?
I'm
Because
asking a
I'm so
serious.
sick
Why
I'm
of
you
this.
asking.
getting why you getting on Rich like that?
Rich is ridiculous.
Nah, I'm being real right now. If a person lie on you, would you resigning them or would you even fuck with them still? If they continues lying on them, lying on you or making you look bad,
But
would you?
all every promoter, no promoter tell the truth. That's first of all. No promoter
Thank
tell the
you.
truth.
Yeah,
Another thing is right. Like if you think about like an NBA team, everybody think the coach run a team. He don't. I mean, the coaches be wanting to fuck with other players in the league, and they not allowed because they don't fit the program. You know what I'm saying? And fit the
yeah.
program don't just mean playing style. You know what I mean? It just we don't feel like dealing with this kind of player right now, so he don't
I'm a,
fit the program.
yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
only one. There's only one with that. Greg Popovich, the only coach that was running the team. That's it.
Yeah, they don't. That's what I'm saying. So when people be thinking about boxers, they don't understand how boxers get shelved. Like I mean, if a boxer don't do what the promoter ask him to do or tell him to do or present to him, he don't take the fights, and you just gonna sit on the shelf.
Yep.
What we will do is we will get you fights that's like nobody fights nobody will be interested in. So therefore it dry you up and make you look like you ain't shit
Mm-hmm.
or you don't want to do
Kill your
shit.
market value.
You could scream and holler all you want. You could scream and holler all you want. If you know, if you sign that piece of paper and you in with them, then you got to be in with them. And the reason it seemed like nobody know what's going on is because imagine if we told the people everything was going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was going on, then it wouldn't even be no story. It wouldn't be nothing to look at.
But
You know what I'm
but
saying?
this the thing that I'm saying. So why would you sign back to him if 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 the fans, because the fans claim Eddie
So
Hearn ain't this, Eddie Hearn ain't
all
that,
right.
which I don't believe,
So I got a question.
which I don't believe that Eddie. Why would you sign back to him
I,
if he
I
was never this and that?
I got a question. I got a question. Right? Say you was a free agent football and you was playing in Miami or whatever, and your best offer came from Buffalo. Where you gonna go?
If I was playing in Miami, my best offer came from Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Buffalo.
So that's what I'm saying. Everybody else not fucking with Boots like Eddie fuck
Oh,
with him.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
other people interested, don't get it fucked up. Other people interested,
But they
but
probably ain't got good offers.
they
Oh,
not trying to. Yeah, they not trying to drop no paper. And then on top of that, we already was fucking with Eddie. Eddie got a good, he got a good business sense. Like the shit he be trying to do
Yeah.
is actually good. The shit that he try to do. Not and then if we be fair, bro. Everybody try to act like they successful at business. Everybody fell in this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's been plenty of promoters who fell making moves. The
but
thing is, I gotta fuck with you. If you fuck with me when I was down, then I gotta fuck with you when I'm up and you down. You know what I mean?
but that's
Or we down together. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fuck with you.
but that's the thing that I'm saying. I agree with you on that. I agree with Boots for fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? He probably sees something that he liking him. I'm talking about the fans keep saying every time something go wrong with Boots, you blame Eddie. Oh man, Eddie did this, Eddie did that. Like Boots thing had no type of control or no
Because
nothing
it
or no
because it
nothing that was going on. I
but
believe
that's
that he know what's going on before
but that's
we even know what's
because
going on. And if he respect it, then I respect it. I don't know about everybody else. But if he respect it, then I respect it. I'm not gonna sit there and blame Eddie Hearn at all.
But that's
That's
because
all
if
I'm
you,
saying.
but that's because if you listening to what we saying, it's because it's Eddie's baby, it's Eddie's creation. Eddie said, Eddie was the same one that said, if I get Bruce in this, I'm gonna make him the best thing in the world. First of all, you can't make nobody shit. You can't make them nothing. You got to, because they got to go in there and win. You know what I'm saying? But what he meant was, I'm going to put him out there to the world to be the biggest thing, the next best thing. If he can't make the matches, though, who else fault is it?
Hmm.
Who else
Thank
fault is
you.
it?
I'm not gonna say it's Eddie there. I'm still
Listen,
not
but
gonna say
listen
it's
what I
Eddie.
What
listen what
the
I'm saying.
If he
Listen what I'm
can't make
saying.
the if he
Listen.
try to make the matches and
Rich?
these
Nah,
niggas don't want to fight him,
Rich, be
then yeah.
quiet.
but
Let
I'm just
her
saying.
finish, Greg.
I'm just saying, if it's his machine, it's his. He created it. He brought Boots back to Philly and all of that. He made him the main event and all of that. He doing all the shit he doing. Now it's time to get the big fights. If he can't make the fights happen, then whose fault is it? It's his job. That's his job as a promoter. Otherwise, why are you a promoter? That's his job. He got to make those
Ding,
fights
ding,
happen.
ding.
That's that. I mean, it works both ways because that's his job,
It
right?
don't.
But
It
you
don't.
can't make a nigga. You can't make somebody want to fight you. You can't make like if I sit back and see my promoter working hard trying to make this happen for me, and I see what he doing, and I'm agreeing to what he doing. I'm not gonna sit back and be like, "That's your fault," when the other people are not participating in it. That's what I'm
So
trying to say. So I'm not
so
gonna me as a person. So that's why I look at it from Boots' point of view because I know for a fact if a nigga playing with me or I feel like a nigga playing with my money, I don't give a fuck. My pride gonna be like, man, I ain't fucking with you. Obviously, I'm not saying we got the same pride or same or we live by the same rules or whatever like that. I feel like that he know what's going on. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't
yeah,
feel
but
like that Eddie just playing with him and he deep down laying down like, man, this nigga really playing with me or I can't do nothing about it. I don't know. I don't know him. So then again, I can't even say that. I'm speaking up for a nigga I don't even know. Yeah, you're right.
nah, it ain't
Rich,
about it ain't about being right or
For a nigga
wrong.
I don't even know.
Ain't about being right or wrong. It's just obvious if you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at how Bob Aaron moved with his fighters. You know what I'm saying? Everybody they all ain't it real crazy that every time one of them get a title is versus a motherfucker we ain't never heard of? That's how you move them. That's how you move them. And he know the moves to make, and he know who to call to make the fights happen. You know what I'm saying? To get the ball in his favor. Eddie don't have that strong of a hand because Bob Aaron been doing this shit since 1950s. You know what I'm saying? The 60s. Eddie not new, but he knew. You know what I mean? So they gonna give Eddie a hard time,
and he not from here.
and he not
You know what I'm
from here.
saying? He got that whole UK connection. That's why he does. People think he does better for them than he does for his American fighters. Is because he probably has stronger connections over there because that's where he's from. The same way how Turkey puts on a lot of fights over there in Saudi is because he has all those connections over there. He can get whatever venue over there. He can pay them higher persons over there because he has to pay less for the venue, less for all the event over there. Eddie out here essentially trying to get it how he lives.
And then imagine this though. All right, imagine Eddie from the UK, right? Imagine if he made Boots and Conor Ben in the UK. Wouldn't the UK hate him after that fight? They would hate him
Yep.
because
Yeah.
basically you set up one of your youngins. That's your young boy. So you gonna bring an American kid over here to beat the shit out of a young boy from over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's
You better
so
take care of
I
that.
feel I feel what you're saying about yeah, about Boots should be frustrated, but at the same time he is frustrated. But what can he do? You know what I'm saying, what can he do? This is the guy that's he has his career in his hands. All we got to do is just trust the process. You know what I'm saying? This shit'll have to open up at some point. Everybody can't just take other fights. At some point, you gotta fight. Y'all niggas gotta fight each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about I'm saying Boots gonna win every time. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these motherfuckers have to agree to fight. Now this is the problem. Fundora might say, "Yeah, I want to fight Boots," but guess what? Al Heyman might say, "No, I got something else for you." Would you
But
think you?
that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say. So
Because
that's
they all
the
fight for
promoters.
control over the belts.
how
They
could
all
you
fight for
blame?
control over those
And,
belts.
and I heard everything that you said, but how could you blame Eddie for that? And that's how that's how I'm looking at it. How could you blame Eddie for that? If this nigga don't want to fight, if he offer a nigga some money and he ain't never been offered this money before, or whatever the case may be, and he say no, I don't want to fight him, or whatever, I'm gonna sit back and look at Eddie like, man, I agree with you on that, man. That I ain't don't even offer that nigga no more money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain stuff I don't want to blame Eddie Hearn on. Nah, it's certain niggas is not trying to fight this man, and that's what we gotta
And
look at.
get
I don't blame Eddie.
But then hold on, Rich, because then that goes back to the point that I was trying to make earlier when y'all say he not fighting nobody. So who do y'all want the man to fight if they won't get in the ring with him? As I already stated before,
Nah,
he had to come out of his pocket for Stanionis. Brian Nolan
Right.
Jr. They didn't want to take whatever amount that Eddie offered them. So what do y'all want this man to do?
and once again, I said what I said to tickle your feathers because I feel like Terrence Crawford was going through the same thing, fighting over there at top rank. And y'all sit back on these channels say, "Oh, Terrence Crawford ain't fight nobody at this. He didn't fight nobody at 147. Let EJ collect all the belts." That's the only reason why I said that shit. I'm gonna
Rich,
continue
you need to
saying it
grow
like
up.
that.
But
I just
but more
a
importantly, you need to grow up. More importantly than that, though, that's the thing. And it's not just you. That seems to be a general consensus that he's not fighting nobody. He has a certain amount of fights. When is he going to step it up in competition, right? And all of these are valid questions. But again, how many times are we going to let some nigga get your hand out my pocket, me? Because if I gotta constantly come out of my purse just to make sure you eat, it's like you essentially you holding me hostage because you know I have goals of my own that I'm trying to achieve
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask
and you
Greg a
standing
question
in
real quick?
my way. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, Greg, um, didn't Boots just resign? He just resigned with Eddie Hearn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you agree with him resigning with Eddie Hearn, or do you feel like he could have went another route?
I try to be honest as possible, right? I don't know I don't know exactly the numbers. But from my understanding, when they first signed with him, and I asked
Mm-hmm.
Bosby myself, I said, Bo, what made y'all sign with him? Not out of disrespect. I was just asking, what made y'all sign with Eddie? He said he was the only one giving us what we wanted. So that said to me, everybody else was trying to lowball him. Um and and I guess re-signing because he the only one giving them what they want.
I can dig that.
So okay, Greg. So essentially, what you're saying then is PBC didn't come correct either.
Probably because they ran out of money.
Oh, with paying Tank and fun on. Yeah. Yeah. Damn,
They
I
they
would have
they
loved
did.
for him to go over there because PBC looked like they got all the fighters.
But see, this what people got to think about too. Like if we slow everything down and we think right, these fights are being put on through networks, different networks and apps and shit
Hmm.
like that. The
Hmm.
apps, the apps and the networks, they have to see benefit first. They
Yeah.
get to put the first hand in the pot because the money coming from them. The sponsor money and all that is coming from these apps and shit, right? And these networks.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if they give you a couple showings and then the money that they was promised ain't there, then they like, man, I ain't trying to fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all told us y'all we could bring in
The
this kind of
return.
money,
Yeah.
and it ain't there. You know what I mean? They not stupid neither. You know what I mean? So all of this shit be so like beyond the fighters. Like, you know what I'm saying? People think the fighters could just be like, I want to fight him. Like, all right, fuck it, get a contract. All right, let's go. Nah, it's a lot more like little shit go on. And
Yeah, I say the
people
same thing too.
people be being hard on the fighters, but it's the business. That's why when you go from being an amateur to a pro, it's so stressful because now you start dealing with shit you never had to deal with as an amateur. You know what I'm saying? The amateurs are actually fun, and then when you get in the pros, though, the pros is like kind of like fucked up. You know what I mean?
But the amateurs
Yeah.
don't get paid though, right?
Nah, the amateurs don't get paid, but it's all about who's the best. So the
Yeah.
best is
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
going to fight the
Oh, the
best.
business gets in the way once you go pro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once you go pro, now it's all this business shit going on. So you might have somebody talking shit and acting like they want to fight you, but the bosses don't want to see that fight just yet. They like, God, don't worry about that
Hmm.
guy, man. He's just running his mouth. He'll get knocked off. Or don't worry about that guy. We'll see him in the future. Or don't worry about that guy. We gotta let the fight build up. But meanwhile, you get the whole world calling you a bitch because you're not responding the way that they want you to
Right.
respond.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Right.
When really all you want to do is fight. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
so much shit in between.
But I feel like too, and that's true because these boxers, they'll let their ego get in the way and they'll get in the ring with a nigga that's 6 foot 20 inch. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's
Yeah,
talking shit. So obviously the business definitely does get in the way. But just so that we're clear, obviously Boots does intend on fighting Virgil. Even though I don't really think Virgil is really like that. I think he's been in the Golden Boy protection program for a minute. But I feel like he does obviously intend on fighting some of these guys eventually
I
for
feel
sure.
like
if the business works itself out.
I'm gonna say it again. I feel like it ain't no um Usyk, Terrence Crawford, Boots. Boots at 154 right now. I don't feel like it's no elite fight at that weight class. I feel like the closest one probably be Fundora, and I think that a lot of all them niggas gonna be standing over against the Boots. That's what I think, and we gonna see that, and then people gonna have move the goalposts and say, "Oh man, this nigga wasn't really shit. Whoever he fought and all that." You know how that go. I feel like none of them niggas ain't really that good at 154. I feel like they all good, but they not elite. They just fighting each other. That's all. I don't know how to explain, but that's what I think about 154.
Well, and that's
I really,
fine, you know
I
what I'm
really
saying?
think that.
But like I said before,
There's no one that's
to
gonna
me they
take
have the
over that.
most live dogs.
Huh?
They have the most live dogs. Everywhere else is pretty much scattered.
It's live dogs because we haven't seen them fight no elite fighter yet. Only person we
But
seen
Rich, all they can do is fight the
only
guys that
person
are
that we seen
there. What are
that
you
was
talking
elite, only
about?
only person that we seen them fight was, I mean, they look live dogs right now until they get in the ring with Boots. Only person that was elite that fought in or that fought at that weight class probably in the last year or 2 years was Terrence Crawford.
You gotta
Yeah,
remember,
I don't know
Rich,
about
it's
all
an
that.
old saying in boxing. You can only fight the dudes that's willing to get in the ring with you.
Right,
Exactly.
You can only fight the dudes that's willing to fight you.
right. But
That's
I'm
all you can
saying,
do.
I get what you're saying. I just feel
But
like
I
there's
mean,
no elite person at that division. But when someone do come or whatever, they gonna wipe that shit out so easy. And then niggas gonna try to say they really wasn't shit that the fighters that they was fighting. That's
Well,
what's
we
gonna really
always
happen.
gonna say, look, that's what we do on these
That's
panels. We
I
always
feel like
say
that I feel like
this
that's all
before
it's
the
gonna
fight.
be.
But see, we all do that. We all say this before the fight. Then after the fight, everybody change their motherfucking tune.
Hmm.
Salute
Happens
Sheldon
all the
Moore.
time. Huh?
Salute
so
Sheldon Moore. It's your boy Banda.
What happened?
I said
What
salute.
happened? Salute, brother. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm
so
good. I'm
we got
good.
a lot
Yeah.
of we got a lot of fights coming up this week. I'm talking to Greg. Greg, Breyer's fight in Alamo. That's one that I really want to get your input on. And then Moore versus who is this nigga fighting? He's fighting God, I forgot his last name.
You said
Anyway,
Brian and Alamo.
no, Breyer,
What's that,
Breyer
heavyweights?
Gorham. No, he's at 140.
Oh, I never
He
heard of him.
like Shakur's little man. You never heard of him? Yeah, he's fighting. He's defending his belt against Yamar Alamo.
What
He's
belt? The
on the main
international belt?
He got a belt.
Yeah, they got belts. He defended his 140 title. Let me see.
Oh
Let me see.
What
shit.
He got
title?
the
Which one?
I think it's the WBA. Let me pull the picture back up. It's this one.
Yeah.
You don't know him?
Must be some international title
Gorham.
or something like that.
Oh, OTX card. Okay.
Nah, it's the
Oh,
IBF.
yeah.
No, I'm saying OTX card though. It's gonna be on
Oh, it's an
OTX.
IBF title,
Yeah.
but it's an international title,
He's
right?
on that.
It's not the
Yeah,
world
it's the
title because the
IBF
IBF.
North America.
North
Yeah,
America
yeah,
card.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
no. It's
yeah.
the North America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the MABF shit
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
be
They
all okay.
fighting us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we got this fight. Then we got this fight tomorrow. Moore versus Savage.
Yeah, this will be my first time hearing about all these guys.
Hey,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
they
hey,
they
John
fight on
Queen,
well the OTX crowd. I rock with OTX because
Jack,
I
what
like
did
them.
Canelo say? Who is that guy?
Okay, no, stop it. Y'all be killing me with this crap, man. Y'all
Who's
be
that
killing
guy?
me with this crap. Oh, Brian. I'm sorry, Aunt. Yes, I'm sorry. Brian. It's pronounced Brian. My bad. Aunt, shut up. Yeah, but well, never mind then since you never heard. What about the Collazo fight?
Colazo.
Yeah, Collazo fighting he's the main event versus Visan with Fundora Gabriella on the undercard.
Shit, I know
Who is
Gabriella
that
more than
guy?
I know them.
Yeah, who is
You
that
don't know
guy?
Collazo? Yeah, yeah, terrible.
I probably
Yeah.
see this is the thing with me. I probably seen them fight, but I wasn't really like locked in on them. But I know Gabriella for sure.
Yeah, do you think it's time for her to move up?
I'm
I
so
mean
sick of
she
her.
she
Don't
I'm
you
young
so
do
though.
that,
sick of her.
Shelton.
I
I'm
think
so sick
people.
of. She's never have nobody to fight. She
I
is
mean
a
her.
cheat code.
I mean
She is
her.
a cheat code.
She young. She young, so you know what I mean. Her making the weight isn't the issue. I think right now, but I think that's probably why she hasn't moved up just yet. I mean, what's she fighting at 126, like 22?
118, I thought. I think she's at
Or
118
she
or
fighting at
126.
bantamweight?
Who? Jab
Yeah.
Queen. Who gonna beat her? Jab Queen. Be honest. Who gonna beat her?
That's what I'm saying. Does she need to move up to get better competition? I feel like she got a almost like a Clarissa Shields thing going on.
Leanna
She
Cruz would
got to
be a
move
good
up to
fight
like
for her.
130 or something to get beat. Ain't nobody beating her. She's
She's
too
at
damn
115. Yeah,
long.
that's what I thought. She's
Yeah,
at 115.
Leanna Cruz would be a good fight for her.
Okay, so she should walk through this girl easy.
No, I don't know this lady
She
right
she
here.
got
That
12,
girl's
2, and
like
2
4 foot
though.
11.
Grand
That girl's probably
the
4 foot 11, 5 foot tall. She's gonna kill that girl.
Jesus Christ on the cross. Huh. Well, anyway, Sandy Ryan is facing Chantel Cameron for the WBC World Title because Katie Taylor's dropping it, so they're gonna
Mm.
fight for this title. She's dropping it to go take some time off and go live her life, I guess, or whatever the hell she got going on. But she's
Now
dropping
that
it.
is a good fight. That is gonna be a good
Yeah,
fight. Chantel Cameron
yeah.
can fight.
I can't
Who's
wait till the 18th. Metcalf and Rosado, they're doing 3-minute rounds, so I cannot wait to see this
oh
fight.
shit.
Yep,
But
and
I don't
Sharetta
like how
Tiara
they
Brown
did
Metcalf?
is
it.
fighting this weekend.
Is
Yeah,
that the
she
girl that
back.
beat her? Is that the girl that beat her?
Who?
Metcalf.
Who beat Sharetta Metcalf?
Forgot that damn girl
They
name.
did her
Hold on.
dirty her
Shanika
last
Johnson
fight.
beat her, right?
Shamika
Yeah,
Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah. So this girl, she fighting this girl 3 minute round. Okay. Sharetta's what, 38?
I
something like that.
believe. Yeah, yeah,
Like she going 3 minute rounds. We'll see. I hope she
yep.
looked better than she looked against Shanika Johnson because she looked like I was like, what is she doing?
Where is
Yeah.
Metcalf from?
Is
Oh
she
man.
from like New Orleans or some shit? I don't know. This is a bantamweight bout so for what is this? It's gonna be in Texas, so I don't know. Maybe one of them from Texas. She's from Dallas. She's from Dallas. Okay, she's from Dallas.
Mm.
It should be a good fight. I just really want. I'm interested in the 3-minute rounds to see how they fare in the 3-minute rounds. I know they've been pushing for it, so I want to see if they can make it happen
Right.
and how we gonna make it happen. Let's get it cracking. Tiara Brown is defending her title that she took from Sky Nicholson. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we
I like
jacking that.
Tierra.
I like Tiara too. I'm glad she took that thing, what you call it, from Sky. I don't really like Sky. I don't really she's all right, Sky Nicholson, but I don't, I think she's another pump up job from Eddie.
Yeah.
She wasn't as good as they said she was.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't. I told you, Rich, we talked about this earlier. When they come up against one of us, just like a lot of these Spanish
Ooh,
fighters, not to say that they're
shit.
no good, they can't really deal with our movement that well, to put it,
Nah.
mildly. They can't really deal with our movement that well. I don't think she sucks. I wouldn't say she sucks, but she's not as good as she was pumped up to be.
Who Sky?
Just like
Sky
I
can
don't.
box. It's just Sky. Sky Nicholson can box. She just don't have no power. She has no power.
Mm.
Yeah.
She can't keep
Tierra
nobody off her.
intimidated her. Tierra intimidated her too.
Yes, she
Yeah, she
did.
did.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, she did. She was scary. I think they scary in general. But she going up against this girl right here. She going up against Emma Gongora. So we gonna see what
You
it
said
is.
she's scary in general. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I gotta ask you, Jab? What's happening with Baumgartner? Is she gonna rematch the actress?
I don't know. I heard her saying something she wanted to fight Katie Taylor, but Katie Taylor's going on a leave of absence.
Man, Katie
I don't
Taylor done
know.
made what? What she done made in the
Yeah, I
last
don't
3
really
years?
know.
About $20 million. Katie Taylor ain't trying to fight nobody.
Yeah, yeah. So
Katie Taylor
I
rich.
don't know.
She chilling.
Yeah, and then she mentioned Amanda, but if I'm not mistaken, Amanda has like a farewell fight coming up or something.
Mm.
All the money they made before fucking with Jake, right? And then on that last fight, they split 18 million down the middle.
Yeah, yeah,
They not
yep.
trying to fight nobody anymore. They done with that shit.
Mhm. Well, I don't know. I think
She said she wanted to rematch Michaela, but I don't think so. Now Michaela went on 54.
yeah, yeah. So okay, let me ask you this. We saw that Frank Martin is coming back on the undercard of Fedora and Thurman. Who do we think his opponent is gonna be? A lot of people think that it's gonna be maybe Arnold Barboza or what the hell's the other nigga name? I saw him
It's gonna be Donald the cab driver.
get I'm gonna put you off of here, Mr. Shelton.
No, that dude, Queen, that dude been out for 2.5 years. They're not gonna put him in there with nobody that can fight.
Yeah, I
Well,
Who you
agree.
I
talking
mean, yeah,
about?
he can take a
Yeah,
tune. We talking about Frank.
he gonna get a tune-up fight.
Who you talking about, Jack?
It's gonna be Bob the forklift driver,
Frank
Dave the cab
Martin.
driver, or Steven the
Man,
fry
nigga.
cook. That's what it's gonna be.
Y'all terrible, bro.
That
Frank
dude ain't
I think
they trying
so.
to make money off that dude. They don't want him
He
getting
needed.
knocked out by a Barbosa or somebody
He's
like
still
that.
he's
No.
still he's still he's still under Earl Spence.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's still under Man Down Promotions. Yeah,
Okay.
he's trained. He doesn't train with he doesn't train with James anymore either.
He
Yeah, he
can't.
definitely
So
he definitely need a tune up
That's
then.
that high school shit. If you gonna be his friend, you can't be my friend.
no,
Mm.
he said that they had some sort of differences. What I don't like is I think like when they lose, all of a sudden they lash out. The same thing with Brian Garcia. He fired what you call it too, Derek
Yeah,
James. So you know,
It's
the
always the trainer's
confidence,
fault. It's
the
the trainer's fault
confidence,
that you got
because
your ass
no.
whooped.
the
I don't. Yeah,
confidence.
some of them don't listen to their trainer. Like Alicia Bumgarner was not listening to Derek James in that last fight.
Right. What it is, they don't
Hey,
listen, and they don't listen, and then they don't want to go back to the new camp and be like, "I'm sorry." They don't want
Yeah.
to. They don't want to admit to not
What I
listening.
think though is sometimes their body can't
No,
do
a
what the
lot of
trainer
Derek
wants them to
James
do.
fighters don't listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you
Well, we
think? Is
know that
that
in
his
Billy.
style that they don't like? What is it about James that makes him
No,
do that?
that's it.
Somebody tell
Ain't
me.
it? Ain't it? Ain't Derek James, bro. It's fighters, bro. When fighters reach a certain level and they start getting good wins, they start thinking, they got it down pat. Like basically, like I know what I'm doing. Like I ain't gotta listen to you. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Yeah,
listen, they
yeah,
listen
yeah,
because they lit.
yeah.
I mean, they pretend to listen because they've been training with you. But the truth is, in
Right.
their mind, I got it. I got it down pat. I ain't worried about nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you know what? That's the truth. Because the first time I heard that shit was a long time ago. I remember, I think Ali was fighting. He was fighting Foreman, and he told everybody, "Shut up! I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just be quiet."
Hmm.
You're right. They do that.
I don't
They get
know
to a certain
Q
point.
Brown if it's Derek James because EJ was winning with him all his career if I'm not mistaken. And then that one time you take the loss, you leave him. I'm not sure if that's the reason why, but I'm just saying. And then the part about him wanting more money, that part get a little sticky for me. I'm not, I ain't gonna touch that.
Didn't
That's
he
between
train
them
with
two.
EJ? Didn't EJ train with him in the amateurs?
That's what I'm saying. He's been with him his whole entire career, so it had to be bigger than the
Right.
money. I would
The
hope
one
so.
guy.
I would hope so.
Mm,
You know that money make you act different. Y'all know that. Everybody know that.
for
When it come
sure.
to money, sometimes motherfuckers get to tripping.
For sure.
Busy Buddy McGirt. Who? Frank Martin trains with the other trainer who trains the entire boxing.
Buddy
Oh,
McGirt,
he
that's,
trains now with. Oh yeah, he did say that. I did see him on an interview with Fight Hype. He said he was training with Buddy McGirt now.
that's a good
Yeah,
trainer.
he did
That's
say
good.
that.
That's good. Buddy McGirt is good.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna listen.
You must have seen Frank after he got knocked out in that car when he did that video with all them chains on.
Yeah, he was just too excited, too having too much
Y'all
fun.
terrible. Y'all
I mean,
terrible.
no, for a guy that's coming off a loss, you supposed to be like looking to, you know what I mean, rip through whatever they
Yeah,
put in
he
front of
was.
you.
Listen, he had a
Mm.
new car, honey. That thing was in there looking like a D boy. I said, look at Frank Martin.
He had
Yeah,
about 9 chains on, looking like Mr. T. Yep.
yeah, having too much fun.
All right, so let me ask you then, Greg, and this is the question I posed before you and Mr. Shelton got on the panel. If Bud drops his belts that he just won off of Canelo, the 168 division is wide open. Do we see any one individual stepping up and going to collect all those belts, or do we assume that they will just be scattered all over the division?
I think I think it'll come down to Jamal and Hamza Shiraz. Jamal Charlo and Hamza Shiraz. I
You
think
talking
it'll
about Big
come down.
Mom?
Yeah, I think
You talking about Big
I th-
Mom?
yeah, Jamal.
Yeah, Big Mom. Okay, okay.
The other one is
I
Jamel.
think
So
maybe,
Jamal and
I
Hamza.
think maybe, I think maybe it'll be Pacheco and Shiraz.
Diego
They the two
Pacheco?
best there.
Yeah, you know
Diego
they've been
Pacheco.
looking for a new
Oh,
Mexican champ now. They
Hmm.
looking for one now.
Because now let me ask you this. I ain't talked to you, Jab Queen. Let me ask you this. Lester Martinez is not what they said.
Uh-uh.
that reminds me, they're doing an immediate rematch. Did you see that?
I know. I heard that. I heard that yesterday. But yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
they're
what they
doing
said he
a
is.
they're gonna
They said he was a killer, and he's not that.
You know,
He's
Mr.
not that.
Shelton, I'm gonna start talking to you because every time I watch a fight, all I can hear in my head is your voice. He's really not that good. He's really not that good. I
He's
can't
not
stand
that.
it. I'm like, Lord
Did you
have mercy.
see? He could not get my man off of him for nothing in the world. And Billy was
And
in his
Billy,
kitchen.
yeah,
He couldn't do
yeah, he
nothing about
was.
it.
He was.
But they told me he was a monster. He's a killer. He's next up. I didn't see
But
that Saturday. I
does
saw a
that
dude
speak to how
that was
good
trying to
and Billy
survive.
is though? Does that
And
speak
good
to
and
how
Billy's
good
good.
and
We know
Billy
what and
is
Billy
though?
is. We already knew that about him, Billy. We knew how Billy fights. We've been seeing him Billy for years. But nobody ever said Christian and Billy was no world beater. Now did they?
I think in the beginning he was giving him all that he got, and then he kind of got tired towards the end, and it allowed Martinez to kind of pick up his work rate because he started like tagging him a little bit towards the end. But in the beginning, I gave him the first half of that fight.
Yeah.
But
Like
if
I
you a
told
killer
you,
like they say Lester is, if you a monster like they say Lester is, if you're that dude like they say Lester is, you're supposed to beat a Christian and Billy,
Nah, but
right?
get off the ropes.
they was basing all of that off of lesser opponents. You know what I mean? And Billy was his first step up. That was his first real
Right,
fight. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So the truth is you couldn't call him a monster because everybody he was fighting was definitely they wasn't on his level.
And
So
that's what I was saying. But everybody else was telling me, he's good. He's this, he's that. I said, look, this dude beat up a guy on Pro Box who had just got off of work.
mm,
I am
And
so
now y'all saying
sick
he's
of
a
you,
monster and a
Shelton.
killer? And now y'all saying he's a monster and a killer?
yeah.
Let
He
him
could
fight
fight.
somebody first.
He
And then
could
he
fight,
fought
but
somebody when he fought Christian and Billy. It's like, oh, yeah, he's not what you said he is. Give him. He only got 17 fights though. Give him some time. Maybe he'll develop into that. But right now,
And see, I think
he's
that that's
okay.
enough. You know what, y'all? I think that's a tricky game in itself because how long, and I'll ask y'all all this, how long is too long for them to continue to take soft touches before they turn into like an Edgar Berlanga? Right? Like, so how, what is like to me personally, I think that they're moving Abdullah Mason 100% correct. Like, at each level, you're supposed to increase the competition, right? Not continue to fight low level competition your whole career. And then when you step it up, you get dismantled. So, how many fights do y'all think, and y'all can answer this individually, I'll go around the panel. How many fights do y'all think is enough before you start to step it up? Because I know you have to build their confidence. I know you have to let them work out some of the kinks in the irons that they have. But how many fights until you say, okay, now we about to start really challenging you? Go ahead, Mr. Shelton. You first, and then I'm gonna go to Greg and then the rest of y'all.
Well, I think the first 10 to 12 fights, You try to put a fighter in with every different style you can imagine. Everybody. Low-level guys he can beat, but different styles every fight. Once you get between 12 and 15 fights, you start stepping him up. Better competition, better guys. Once you get 15 to 18, now you got to start. If he's still undefeated and you like 15 and 0, 16 and 0, now you start putting him in there with them top 15 guys. You want to see what he got. Because you don't want to keep him down there 20, 30 fights and he ain't fought nobody. Because by that time, he's got 30 and 0, he's 28 knockouts. He puts him in the ring with somebody that can fight and he gets his block knocked off because he ain't fought nobody. Anywhere from 15 to 20 is when you see what he got. You put him in there, them top 15 dudes and top 10 dudes and see what he got. If he makes it through that, you get him a title shot.
Okay.
Me myself,
Greg?
I think it has to do with the level of talent we talking about. I mean, in the fighter. Sometimes you get a case with a guy like Lomachenko, who's a two-time Olympian. You're not really going to build him up. You know what I mean? You're going to get him good fights, but you're not going to really build him up because he has too much experience. You know what I mean? To sit there and try to figure out what type of 10 fights we're going to get him when he's seen everything. You know what I mean? But then you might get a guy like Abdullah Mason who had a bunch of national titles, never any international, but a bunch of national titles, and you're moving pretty well, you know what I mean, at a good pace, but you know what I mean, because he's knocking him out, you gotta move him up. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it
Mm,
depends on the talent, honestly,
mm,
to me.
okay. Rich? Rich.
I agree. I agree with Sheldon or whatever. I just feel like that. It just depends on like what Greg said. It depends on who you is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like like Loma, like he said, Loma had all those amateurs and Olympic, all everything. Just like you put him right in 5 or 6 fights, 10 fights. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you are or what type of skills you have. Like I feel like we all can see who's going to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like we all can see who's going to be somebody who's good, who's this, and that's how you really put them in. I really don't.
But how do you see who that is without testing them? And then when do you start to test them? Like I understand what Greg's saying. Like a guy like a Lomachenko who had what he had like 300 and some amateur fights. Like I get that, but I'm just talking about the
He was
regular
like
guys that everything.
385. He
I
was
feel
like
like
Yeah,
385 and
385 or
3
some
or something
shit.
like that.
I feel like they background or whatever. You seen them if you ever seen them come up or whatever. Just everything. You know what I'm saying? The
But don't
skills,
forget, y'all.
the eye test and all that stuff.
But don't forget, y'all.
The
Now,
discipline too. That's
Orlando
another thing.
Salido
The
put
discipline.
Lomachenko ass in the blender too. Don't forget that.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Banda, what you think? How many fights before you start stepping it up so that they don't end up like Edgar Berlanga? Banda. Okay.
My bad, my
Blue
bad. I was
Hustle
on mute.
Man.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
Uh-huh.
Hit me with the question again
Uh-huh.
so I can answer it properly.
How many fights before you start stepping up your fighters so that we don't have a situation like EB? And I don't want to keep picking on EB because I fuck with EB. So let me
Um,
use another example because I feel bad every time I say that.
that shit.
Just somebody who has like a resume of like all these knockouts, and then if you look at the actual resume, they're fighting guys with lopsided resumes themselves. So how many fights do you give your fighter until you start to step him up gradually so he doesn't get his heart broken when he's like 30 and 0 and get knocked out in the damn ring?
I think depend on outside of the heavyweight dealing. That's outside of mentioning the heavyweight division. I say within 10 to 15. You said start stepping it up. So yeah, 10. Starting
10,
there,
right? Okay.
yeah. But outside the heavyweight division, because you could have an anomaly type nigga like Wilder and start knocking out everybody. It don't matter who the fuck the first 41 people was. The first 41 got
Hmm.
knocked the fuck out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
why I say outside the heavyweight division. But yeah, because and the heavyweight division isn't as glamorous, so motherfuckers should just be fighting. I mean, it ain't like it's 20 motherfuckers up there. You know what I mean? That's really them niggas. So just go ahead and get it in while you can.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Blue Hustle Man.
I think you could say just like pretty much what everybody's saying. It depends on the fighter. So I would say 5 to 10 plus 5 to 10. fights. Yeah, because you have a fighter that can actually, I mean, when he actually gets out there and has his first professional fight, he looks really good. He's crisp. Then you might say, okay, I can kind of fast track him a little bit. And, you might say, okay, this many fights before I want you to actually fight somebody with a little bit of experience because you've been taking advantage of everybody else. So that's just my opinion.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example, Jab
Yeah,
Queen.
I mean,
The fight we got
okay.
coming up: Fabio Wardley and Joseph Parker. That's the perfect step up. Wardley been running through everything over there on the other side of the pond, right? Knocking shit out, running through
Hey,
shit.
Joseph
Okay,
Joseph Parker ain't no joke though. I mean, woo.
but that's it. You've been beating up everybody we put you in with. We stepped you up. We thought Frazier Clark was something. You knocked him out. We thought this other dude was something. You knocked him out. Okay, we're going to put you in with Joe Parker. Let's see what you really got. You got 21 fights, 20 knockouts. Let's see if you really like that.
Okay, so then I'll
Hey,
ask. Okay,
your boy Band Up got a shake. Salute to everybody on the platform. Salute Jab Queen. I'm gonna stay in the
all right,
chats.
baby. Holla at you. All right then. So what are we thinking of Moses and Tuma then?
All right, but
We don't
Man,
know. We still don't know. He ain't fought nobody.
I think the skills, the access, but I also think that it was something like that with Jared Anderson too. I'm not saying that they
Yeah,
two
Yeah.
the
it
same.
was. You're right,
Not
Rich.
saying
You're right.
not saying it's the same thing, but I feel like it was the same a little bit like that too. But I see him doing good. I don't feel like heavyweight. I feel like heavyweight's a good division, but I don't feel like it's not really competitive right now. So I feel like that he can run through it. He got a chance to run through it. It
I
all
like
depends on how disciplined you is. Basically, that's how I feel.
I like I
If
like
you
I like
already did, just depends on how disciplined you is.
Yeah,
my
we
bad.
did find out that Jared Anderson wasn't disciplined. We found that out.
Yeah.
I like
Well, we know that for like the second drug test fail. But go ahead, Greg.
I like Moses Satama for his mentality more than his skills.
Hmm.
He got great skills, but his mentality is very humble. But he like a silent killer. I say that because
yeah,
if we think about Jerry Anderson when he was knocking people out, he was jumping up on the ropes, yelling and telling everybody he was an animal. But Moses Satama is kind of real humble about it, and he admits to like needing to listen more to his coach and things like that. It's just the way he handles himself, what I mean, that make me think he's the truth. You can see all the talent and shit like that. And y'all right when y'all say the hard work. You know what I mean? You gotta put the hard work on top of it. But it's tough to say only because he's so young and heavyweights usually peak at like 35 and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? They be older when they really dangerous. You know what I mean? So we ain't seen him in there with nobody super dangerous. I think Dillian White was a perfect fight for him, perfect confidence builder, because Dillian White was one of them guys that definitely been to war with a bunch of heavyweights. And to see him get done like that in the first round, I think was a major confidence booster. But it's really tough to say where you could put him. You know what I mean? But I like him.
I agree. That kind of mirrored that fucking Tevin Farmer and Kid Schofield fight to me almost. Didn't it look like that to y'all? I was like, God damn, can I even sit down and get comfortable to watch the fight?
Yeah, but I don't think that was no nothing like the Dillian White and Moses Tony. I don't think that. I feel like that fight don't really prove who Schofield is. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Schofield gonna get beat bad when he fights somebody good.
Well, he
That's what I
caught he caught he caught Tevin Cole, but you got to remember Tevin was just coming off them 2 wars with that bum he fought.
what the fudge? You said bum, the William Zapata?
He's trash.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
He's trash. No, and the reason I said he's
See,
trash
this is what I'm talking about, Mr.
is because
Shelton.
I'm gonna
You
tell you
always
why.
doing
I'm gonna
this
explain
shit.
why. I'm gonna tell him why. This is why he's trash. That second fight, He had a hurt guy with a hurt wrist and a hurt elbow in front of him. He couldn't get that guy out of there, and that guy dropped him.
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
don't
care
know he's
what
got
you
a
rate.
hurt wrist and a hurt arm. He don't know none of that. He was
Because
fighting the fight.
if everybody on
You
the
acting like he
TV
got the
can see
nigga
it,
medical report.
if everybody on the TV can see it, and you in the ring with him and you can't see it,
Man, that's not.
that's a
Nah, I
problem.
didn't see all that. I didn't
That's a
see all
problem.
that. I
I
didn't
did.
see all that.
I saw that. That
Mr.
I
dude
Shelton
mean,
was
always
trying,
seeing
because
some shit
but
that's not
you
there.
got. That
I
mean. That
told I
means.
told I told Job Queen for months. I don't know why you pumping up this dude. He's ranked number one,
I didn't
Mom. I
pump
don't care what
nobody
he
up.
ranked.
I didn't pump
He's
nobody up. I
trash.
said he's a
He's
volume puncher, and we're
garbage.
gonna see. Okay, that's fine, Mr. Shelton. And what did I tell you? I said every time y'all say that to me, and then if Shakur beat him, y'all gonna want all the credit in the world, and I'm not giving it to y'all. You can't sit up in my
I
face
didn't
and
give
dog the
Shakur.
man out, talking about he trash, he this, he that, he this,
I don't
and then
give
you want
Shakur
credit for
credit for
Shakur
beating
beating
the
him.
bum he's supposed to beat. He was supposed to beat that bum. That dude ain't shit. Just like that other motherfucker, De Los Santos. He ain't shit.
What?
I feel like
De Los
anybody that
Santos is highly judged.
I feel like it's not gonna be too many people that get
Mr.
in the
Shelton
ring.
is our resident hater. If y'all haven't figured that
I
out
feel
yet,
like
let me
it's
Yeah,
gonna
say.
be
That
too
hey,
many
dude
people
hey,
ain't
that
shit.
Jalen
get in the ring
Santos
with
is a
Shakur, and
high
Shakur gonna
risk,
make it
low
look easy.
reward.
Hold on, one at a time, y'all. One at a time, because I'm getting some
Who
feedback.
just whooped his ass,
Who
Jack
was
Queen? Somebody
I
just
said,
whooped De Los Santos' ass, if I'm not mistaken.
nah,
No,
no,
only Shakur fight him. Only
who?
Shakur.
Somebody just
Shakur
whooped
was
his
his
ass.
last fight.
Watson and somebody.
No,
Somebody just beat the shit out that motherfucker.
no, nigga, what are you watching,
Devin
brother? You got
Santos
the
ain't
wrong
fought in like
information.
2 years. What are you talking about, Mr. Shelton?
Yeah, his last
Somebody,
fight was
nobody didn't just whoop his
With
ass.
Shakur
Didn't he just
Stevenson.
fight?
No. Shakur
No,
Stevenson
baby,
was his
he was
last fight.
supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight Keyshawn, but he remember
Yeah,
Keyshawn didn't. Keyshawn missed weight.
Oh,
Got stripped
Keyshawn
on the
didn't make weight.
scales.
Keyshawn blew the weight.
yeah.
Yeah, Keyshawn came in like 10 pounds over or some shit. Some stupid shit.
Oh, Shelton, you know what you just exposed yourself as? You are a
What?
hater.
What?
Because you
De Los
didn't even care.
Santos?
You know,
That nigga
you just hated
lost.
on,
Y'all act
you
like
just
this
hated,
nigga won the fight. He lost. That
but you
nigga's a
didn't even know,
bum.
he didn't even fight Keyshawn Davis. You thought he had a fight and got beat
I
up.
know
You
he's
made up a fight.
I know he's trash. I do know that. If I don't know
I
shit
ain't mad
else,
at you.
I know De Los Santos is trash.
Mr. Shelton, you terrible. So let me ask you this then, Mr. Shelton. Who is good? I'm sure that list will be shorter for you. Who is
I'm gonna
good?
be honest with you. Abdullah Mason is the
Nobody. Watch.
goods.
Yeah,
Abdullah
yeah,
Mason is
yeah,
the
Okay.
goods.
What
I
for
champion
think
is
sure.
good?
Schofield is
What
decent.
champion is good? What champion is
What
good in
champion
your
is good?
opinion?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta admit it, I don't like the little motherfucker, but that little bastard at 122, the undisputed motherfucker, he good.
Okay. What about 140?
Uh 140, I love me some
Yeah.
122. Who
Subriel.
you talking about? Who you talking
That
about?
little Japanese fucker.
Anyway.
Anyway?
Yeah,
Anyway.
that little motherfucker good. He good.
You
Gotta give it
terrible,
to that little
Shelton.
bastard. He's good.
Okay, but
Mm-mm-mm.
what about 135, 140? You know what I'm saying? 130? What
135,
you thinking?
the champions that's good. Shakur's good, Tank is good. Uh who's the other two champions?
Ain't Muratala and
Mortala's
that's
trash. He don't
it.
get
Oh
beat.
oh no and
Yeah.
Francisco the one that Tank
Who
fought
the fuck?
before when he got stripped on the scale. When he got
That's
stripped
not.
on the
Nah,
scale.
it's Tyler to Shakur Tank, and then Abdullah Mason them fighting for Keyshawn belt.
He fighting the
Yeah.
dude,
No,
who
there's
is he
another
fighting?
champion. There's another champion. It's
No,
his name is
that,
Francisco.
that's the only champions at
Nah,
He
you
135.
gotta
fighting
check
some
that again.
dude
I
for,
just saw the rankings, bruh. I just saw the rankings.
hey look. Hey,
How
hold
if
on, Jab.
Abdullah Mason fighting? You
Abdullah
know what I'm
Mason
saying?
finna fight
No,
some dude for the title, right?
for the title, yeah, for Keyshawn belt
Hold on, cause I just
And
saw the
Tyler
WB
got the
what
belt.
was it, the WBA rankings. He's right underneath Tank, and I was like, oh shit, this the
I
guy
think
that
it's
Tank
an
fought.
intern. It's an intern title,
Oh,
right? I don't
Yeah,
think they
he's a
fight for
regular
no real
champ. He's
belt.
a
Yeah.
regular champ, Jab
Yeah,
Queen. He's the regular champ. Yeah.
Francisco something.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
regular guy. He's the guy with the mandatories.
yeah, he ain't.
And the super champ, that's Tank. He don't have no mandatories.
But he's a regular champion.
Yeah, he's the regular champ. Yeah, he's the regular champ. He's a champion. He's the
Yeah,
regular
but he's a
champ.
champ
Yeah.
nonetheless. That's what I know. I know what
Yeah,
the
he's
hell
a
I'm saying. He's
champion.
a champion
I know.
nonetheless.
And
I'm
to
saying
be
who got the.
honest,
You
to be
right.
honest, he's a champion. but I've never heard of him, so I don't know what he is. But I know
He's
who
the
them other
guy
three
that
are.
Tank fought. He's the guy that fought Tank, and Tank got stripped on the scale because he blew weight. He fought him years ago. Francisco
Tank beat
something.
him,
I
didn't he?
forget his last name.
Didn't Tank beat him?
Yeah, Tank beat him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trash. Anyway, he's trash.
Come on.
140.
Hold up, Mr. Shelton. No, Mr. Shelton, you
He's
have to
trash.
stop that shit. Just because people lose
I'm
a fight
telling
don't mean
you,
they
when he
trash,
fights
yo. Y'all gotta get
somebody,
out of this Mayweather shit.
Look,
Y'all gotta get out
let
of
me
this
tell you something.
Mayweather
Let me
shit,
tell you
yo.
something. Let me tell you something, Jab. When he fights somebody, you gonna say, "Damn, that old motherfucker was right. He is trash."
No, we're not doing this, Mr.
That
Shelton.
dude, I
We're not
don't
doing
remember
this.
that dude. Now 40. I love me some Subriel.
I feel. Hey, look.
I
Hey,
think honestly, y'all don't think
Sheldon.
I'm crazy.
Hold
Hey,
Y'all
on,
don't think
Rich.
I'm
Sheldon.
Hold on,
crazy.
Rich.
Y'all don't
Hold
think I'm
on,
crazy.
Rich. Go
But I
ahead,
think
Mr.
the
Shelton.
man at 40. I think the man at 40 is Gary Antoine. I think Gary Antoine beats everybody at
Hell
40.
yeah. I don't think you're crazy. I don't think you're crazy. I agree with that 100%.
Hey,
100%.
hey,
Hey,
hey. I
Gary
feel like.
Antoine's upset right now. Gary Antoine's upset because he's like, man, what's up with Richardson pitching not hitting me up at all? We got history. You scared of me?
That nigga
Yeah,
Richardson
he's
hit you.
scared
I
of
don't
him.
know what's
T.O.
working with him.
scared of him.
I don't
T.O.
think
don't say his
Richardson
name and
Hitchens got
neither do
no pop.
Richardson Hitchin. He
And he
don't.
Richardson won't even say his name at all. That's the crazy thing about it. He be trying to act like he want the smoke.
Nah, he don't. Yeah,
Man.
Francesco. Thank you so much, Shell. Thank
Hey,
you.
hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey, Sheldon.
Francesco.
Sheldon.
Yeah,
I feel like that. I feel like that. Shakur will fight everybody at 135 and make them look average.
I
And we
think
Well,
gonna
so
get
too. The
and
only
we
so
gonna get
hold on. So
I
hold
want
on.
to
and
support
we gonna get back
at
and we gonna
35
get
is
back on
Davis.
these
That's the only
channels.
fight I want for because the rest of
And
them
we
dudes, I don't think they can compete with Shakur. I really
and,
don't.
and,
Well, hold
and
on,
we
y'all. Hold on. I have a question, right? So
Uh-huh.
if we're talking about 140, because that's where we are now, 140, right?
Right.
Gary Antoine Russell. Who do we see beating him, if anybody, at 140?
At 140, I don't see
Mm.
he,
nobody beat them at
I
40.
see
I can see maybe Norman
I
beating
hey
them at 47.
Gary Antoine Russell, my top three and my favorite fighters right now that's active fighting, right?
okay,
But
so
I can see Pollo beat him because Pollo already beat him. So Payo, whatever his name is. So that's the only person
Puello,
I can
yeah.
see.
Puello-
That's the only
I
person
don't
I can
think
see to
Puello beat him
beat him.
again. I don't think he'll beat
Yeah.
him again.
I don't think
No,
so either, and I think that was kind of close.
I don't think so. I don't think so neither. But I'm not gonna just
but hold
ignore the
on.
fact
What
that he
about
ain't take a
Tio?
loss from him.
What about
Who?
Tio? What about
What about
Tio?
him? What about him?
T.O. will not beat Gary Antoine.
T-
T.O.
I
will
think
not beat Gary Antoine.
I
T.O.
think
will
Tio's
not beat him.
style
He'll
is
get beat
bad.
half to death.
Hey, Tio's very athletic. He's very athletic. He knows
Tio
how
is.
to box.
Let me tell you something though, Blue. Let me tell you something, Blue. Tiafimo is so hit or miss, bro. Like that nigga, literally, you
That's
never
my
know which
whole point in me
Tiafimo you're
saying what
gonna
I'm
get.
saying. That's the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying because he rises to the occasion. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but I don't think he can
But
rise
I
that
Gary
mean,
damn
he beat
high.
Antoine,
Loma.
see,
Look,
but
look,
not
look,
only
look.
is
Hold on.
Gary Antoine
Time
gonna
out.
put that
Y'all
physical
gotta stop
pressure
this.
on you,
Let me tell you something. Hold on. He beat Lomo when I was in training, bro. Y'all gotta stop living off of this shit. That was 162 years ago when he fought Lomachenko. He done had how many
Nah,
fights
man,
since then? What
you
has
can't
T.O.
discredit the
done for me
win though.
lately?
listen,
No, I'm
listen.
not discrediting
Let
the
me
win. I'm just saying he ain't been, it ain't like he continued that. Didn't he get beat half to death in his next fight?
Who?
let me tell you this, man.
Well, styles make
Not only
fights,
does
and
Gary Antoine
he
put physical pressure on you, he put that mental pressure on you, and that's what's gonna break T.O.
Yeah.
The mental pressure.
Nah,
And T.O. footwork not that good, bro.
I ain't
T.O.
gonna.
footwork not that good. Let's call it.
Hey, look,
I'm not.
I got Antoine winning the fight because this last fight that he had, I liked what Antoine did. I liked the way he
Oh yeah,
switched
we
it
fought
up. So,
that was Ryo, wasn't it? That was Ryo
That
he
was
beat half
Ryo.
dead. Yeah, that was
That was
Ryo he
yeah,
beat
Ryo.
half
okay.
dead.
So his last fight, I gave it to Antoine because I was kind of, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. So you know how everybody was saying, oh, Gary Antoine Russell. So I was like, man, he ain't got to
Right,
prove
right,
himself,
right,
right? And so
right.
finally, like, and you see him always talking, doing interviews and shit. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Then when he fight Puello and Puello beat the break dust off that boy, I was like, oh, hell nah, man. Like, I ain't going for this
Don't do
shit.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. They was
Nah,
going through
nah, nah.
something. They was having some
Nah,
family issues.
look. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But that ain't good enough for me right now. You talking too much shit. You talking too much shit. You said you were good.
Yeah,
You said you could beat everybody. You know what I'm saying?
good.
And they mama. You know what I'm saying? You got the best style out there. You know what I'm
Stop.
saying? You this, you
But
that,
as
you
a
this.
fighter, but wait, Blue. Hold on, Blue, because ain't you supposed to feel that way?
Look, I respect what you're saying, but at the same token, you still made it seem like you was a shit.com. So all I'm saying is this. When you go in there and then you take a loss like that, and I'm like, when I'm watching the fight, I'm like, what the fuck is this man doing? Like, kind of, what is he doing? This is Gary Antoine Russell. And then I'm like, yeah, he about to lose this fight. And then he loses the fight. I'm like, hell no. So you just a hype
Who
train,
just
not a
beat
real
Puello though? Who was that just beat
uh
Puello?
wasn't it Hitchison?
Matias.
No, that was
Matias.
Richardson Hitch.
Matias. Yeah, Matias.
Richardson Hitchens just
I
beat him. Yeah,
yeah, I thought Richardson Hitchison just beat him.
yeah.
Richards and Hitchens did
Yeah.
not just beat Matias. Richards and Hitchens just fought
No, he
the
didn't beat
nigga.
Puello.
He beat
No, that was
Puello. He beat
Matias.
Puello.
That was
That
Matias
was
that beat Puello. That
Matias.
was
That was
Matias.
somebody
No,
else.
That was
so
Matias.
look,
Matias just beat him.
yeah, so
Matias just
so
beat him. Yeah.
that is true. That is true. But the Matias, hold on, Matias just came back and beat Puello.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Matias just beat him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
So
tell you something.
yeah,
I'm not afraid. I wouldn't
look,
mind if nobody saying
hold
their
on.
names because a nigga that got a real body on their record, I don't want to fight them neither.
Look,
I don't
I'm
want to
just
fight that
saying.
nigga
So
neither.
look, all I'm saying is this. Gary Antoine Russell, when he fought that fight, when he fought his last fight, okay, he redeemed himself with me. That's all I was trying to say. I was like, okay,
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? He got it together. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
appreciate that as a fighter, as a boxing fan. I appreciate that. And okay, I'm with you now. I want to see you do something. So now I'm like, hell
Hmm.
yeah, he gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? So, but before I was like, man, what is this man doing? Like, no, he's just a hype
Yeah.
train. He's just up there just talking. He just talking to talk. That's all he doing.
Okay,
But
You know what
Blue.
okay,
I
so
So
how
we
mean?
you think his
also
So,
brother
told
did
him
in his last fight? How you
who
think his
Gary.
brother did in
Oh,
his
Mr.
last fight when
Gary. Oh,
yeah,
Mr.
that when he
Gary.
just came
Mr.
back?
Gary look good. He
I
look
think he
good.
did all right. Yeah, I think he did all
He
right.
look
Even
Yeah,
after
good.
that
definitely.
layoff, right? Even after that layoff,
He look
right?
good.
Yeah, but
Three and a
he's
half
always
years and
training.
he came back like
Look.
that.
But he still got to listen. He still got to work. He's still working with his brothers and everything like that. They probably be in this sparring
Hmm.
still.
Hmm.
So it ain't like he ain't
Hmm.
been like he been just on the shelf. Nah, he's still doing. He's still active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hitting the
but
mitts
sparring
and
is
doing
not a
all that
fight,
shit.
Blue, and you know that. Sparring is not a fight, and you know that, Blue.
I understand that. I understand that. But he's still like he's still. I
He
think no
played
matter
with.
what, he's
Did
still
you see him
mentally
playing
ready.
with that dude?
He,
He
but
played with that dude. He
hold on,
knocked that
fam,
dude out
hold
when
on,
it felt like it.
hold on, Shelton, right?
Yeah.
So check me out, show.
Mr. Shelton, yeah.
He still mentally got it. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes, I
Yeah.
did see some. Like when I seen him. That's why I'm saying he did all right because I saw in some instances where I felt like okay, that ring rust is kicking in just on some things. He still
Oh,
looked good though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to knock him and say that he was shitty. No, that's not what the case was at all.
no,
But
he looked
just
good.
some
Yeah.
things I seen that he, from the layoff it looked like you could just tell that he had a layoff. But then again, no matter what, he
Yeah.
still like
Yeah. Yeah.
when he was sitting there, because that boy was like when he was hitting the dude, he was coming right back at him. He was trying to get
Yeah.
it in. He was trying to get with
Yeah.
Mr. Gary Russell. So that's why I said what I said. I'm a real boxing fan. I ain't the one that gonna sit there and just be like, oh yeah, that's Gary. So yeah, he did good. He was the greatest out there right there. He didn't have no flaws with him. No, the nigga had some flaws. And when he was sitting there
Yeah, for
going through
sure.
them exchanges, he didn't have to go through that. So maybe with the couple more fights under his belt, and he fought that same gentleman again, it wouldn't look like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, he'll knock him out if he fought him
Yeah.
again. Because he was playing with that dude. He was doing whatever he wanted to do with that dude. He
No,
was actually working on shit
but
in the ring with that dude.
Yeah, he might have been playing with him, but that dude
but
wasn't
Blue,
playing
I
with
think
him.
no, he wasn't. But Blue, I think what Mr. Shelton is basically just trying to say for all those time off, he looked really amazing.
So he did. That's what I'm saying. No, I agree with him. He still looked good, but you can still just see some things where okay, cool, like why are you sitting
Oh
there? Why
yeah,
you
yeah,
letting
he
this
can
nigga
still
hit you
work.
like that? Yeah. So that's all I'm
Right.
saying. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And you gotta
He
remember
still
too,
look
Gary
good
is what?
regardless.
How old is Gary? Gary like 37, 38? Gary not no young dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't trying to knock him
They got no
now. I'm not
spring
saying,
chickens.
look, I ain't hating on no Gary, goddamn it, Mr. Gary. I'm just saying, like, you could look. He was
Yeah,
just
them
getting hit a little
Russells ain't
bit too
nothing to
much.
fuck with.
Yeah, he was getting
Them
hit
Russells
just a
ain't nothing
little
to
bit
fuck
too
And
with.
much
he's
for me.
turning.
Cause
Have you ever seen him? I
well,
seen that nigga in Vegas. I went to the bar to the The nigga that's 75, Benavidez. I went to the Benavidez clan fight. That nigga Gary is
Oh yeah.
tiny. He's a small nigga.
Hey, the Russells, boy, they be talking their shit though, cause Gary
Man,
Russell
they
They
do
be
be
let me
talking
tell
talking
shit
shit.
they
too. They be
they
talking
some
shit.
scrappy
Like he
little
be,
niggas though. They
yeah,
scrappy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said he could beat. He said he could beat Bud. You know, he could beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, bro. You better calm down, my guy. Calm down now. You're reaching. You're reaching. You know what I'm saying? You're reaching. Oh well, you know, he wasn't that good. He didn't look that good. You know, I'm just saying, give you my professional opinion. You know what it is. Oh man, you better cut it out, man. But now, much. Shout out to the Russell family, man. Ain't nothing but love. That's real
Yeah,
shit.
for sure, for sure. Them niggas is scrappy as hell, yo. I love me some Gary Anton Russell. That nigga with all the shit. He like, yo, he won't even say my name, yo. I really want him to get his unification fight because I know he really want it. You know what I'm saying? I know he has a mandatory right now, so whatever happens with that, I don't know. But I really want him to get his unification fight because he chasing it. He out here calling these niggas names, so hopefully he get that shit. I'm pretty sure he could beat damn near all of them. I don't know about Super DL, but Hitchens and Tigo, all of them, I see him knocking them right on down, getting them right on out his way, and he not afraid to take a loss. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that. He not afraid to take a loss, and that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. Get in there and put it on the line. You feel me? Rich, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't see you back there. I was doing something. But what's going on with you?
Nah, I'm just listening to y'all, man. I
Mm,
just I feel like Gary got something to prove. He gotta when one of them guys fight him, he gotta get it because he had it. He had that belt in his
yeah,
hands. He had the WBC, I think WBC in his hands, and he lost. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? He got a
yeah.
belt now, but if he would have beat Pollo, whatever his name is, and then fought
Hmm.
Ryo for the belt or whatever for that vacant belt. I mean for Ryo belt when Ryo
Hey,
took it
Honey
from Pit
Boston, what's up with you, baby?
when Ryo took it from Pitbull, then that would have been that he would have had two belts. We wouldn't be talking about that because them niggas would have to come to him. But instead, he lost to
Yeah.
Pay or whatever, and now we just
Hmm.
saying what ifs. But if he definitely would
Now
have
we're not
won,
saying what ifs. We're saying that they need to fight him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying no what ifs. I'm telling you, I
yeah.
think he's gonna run
But
through
what I'm saying,
everybody at
what
that
I'm
division,
saying is
except maybe.
what I'm saying is he's different from a lot of fighters that we want to see make these fights happen. The reason why I say that, matter of fact, he's not because he got a belt, so they should want to unify and take his belt.
Exactly.
But at the same time, he had a chance. He was in position to get the belt that him and Pay on Polio, whatever they fought for or whatever. And then he could have got the belt for Ryo on a tank card, the next card, and got another belt. That would have been two belts because Ryo clearly thought that he could beat Gary Russell. I don't know what made him think that, but he would have definitely got two belts, and then they would have been have to coming at him, coming to see him.
They wouldn't. He'd still be in the
Nah,
same situation,
they
Rich, and here's why.
trust me. They back would have been against the corner to do it.
Not
So,
really. If they don't want to fight him now, what difference do it make? They don't want to fight you. They don't want to fight you. It don't matter if you got. And the only reason that he's even in the position he's in is because he has a belt. They don't want to fight that nigga. Are you crazy? That's why you see Richard Hitchens running around here calling out Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez running around here quietly doing not a damn thing. They do not want to fight no Gary and Antoine Russell. They all got one belt apiece. If any of them was really looking to unify, they'd be calling each other the hell out. They'd be trying to make them fights, but they not.
Hey, Gary got to start calling people out there. He got to start showing up in fights,
Nigga,
trying to get
Gary
in the
been calling
ring.
these niggas out forever. Are you crazy? That's all I
No,
see him
what
doing
I
is calling these niggas out.
so what I'm saying though is he got to press the issue a little bit more and start showing up in fights and getting in the ring if he can. You know, hey,
Mm-hmm.
bombing interviews if he's in the area. You see somebody doing it, to just go right up. Hey, what's up, man? Can I get the fight? Can we fight? You know what I'm
Ugh.
saying? Back in the day,
Do they
that's what
let
fighters
y'all?
used to
Do
do.
they? I'm
Yeah,
about to
you
say,
can
Blue.
let.
Do they still let you do that? Do they still let you do that? Like go up to the ring? I don't know. Do they still let
Um,
you do that?
I
Like how
think
the
they. I
niggas used
think
to just go run up in the ring?
I think they can, but if you yeah, like if you like, I think they can, but they might be selective. You see what I'm saying? If they feel like you
Uh,
about to tear some shit up or like really talk too
that's what
much
I'm
shit, like you
saying.
might get
Like, do they?
active, they might say, "Nah, you can't get in there." Because one time they told Blood not to get in the ring. They said, "Nah, you can't
That's
get
what
in
I'm
the
saying. Like,
ring."
do they let you do that? Because I know the reason I asked is because I saw an interview with Franchon Cruz, and she said she was actually at Carissa's last fight, but they wouldn't let her go like in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To ask her for a fight. So that's why I was asking. Like, do they still even let
yeah,
y'all
they
do
probably just
that?
didn't want to let anything happen. So sometimes, the temperament of the people, they might not let them just
Hmm.
clash right then. They might just want to basically PR their ass. Look, this is what's gonna happen. You can do some pushing, but then you don't get too active. They don't do the PR with them, then they probably ain't gonna let it happen. And set some boundaries. Now you wild when you be saying the wild stuff, so we got to make sure we know what the hell you gonna say type shit maybe. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Or maybe clear it like with a management team. I don't want to say like plan it, you know what I'm saying, but at least have somebody that know you coming there. Because like you said, niggas don't know. You might be coming there
Well,
being mad aggressive. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
check this out. Check this out. Boxing is entertainment, correct? So yeah, they do plan shit. All that shit ain't for real. Jay Prince said before to get a fight, he made a scene. They do that. They do that. They be acting. You know what I'm saying? Like one might not know it's gonna go down like that, but then but they might. Some fighters might actually. Both fighters might be actually in. They might be planning for that. Let's try to make this fight. So let's do this. Oh, okay, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna really try to sell this fight. I mean, I don't know. I know it's happened before. So, what would stop it from happening now? It's entertainment.
This is true. This is true. But all right, child, this has been an amazing show. I'm about to wrap it up. Any final thoughts? Rich, final thoughts, babe.
Oh, my
Rich.
final thought is this. This goes to Shelton or whatever. Um, yeah, man, you can't keep saying that. You can't keep saying that. Like people some shit and all that stuff. Cause when Shakur get in front of these guys and they some shit, we gonna get back on these panels and they gonna use that against you, man. And it's just how they is, man. That's all I gotta say, man. We gotta start acknowledging these fighters as good fighters. You get what I'm saying? Cause you see how they flip stuff. They flip shit all the way around, man.
Rich, you get on my goddamn nerves for my bag. If you talking about me, say you talking about me because you're on my panel and I'm the one who said it. Be direct with your shit, yo. I can't stand an indirect ass person. I said it because y'all shouldn't be doing that. Not because somebody's gonna flip it around on you. It's because you want credit if the nigga beats him and you're not gonna get it from me. And I'm telling you to your face. I don't have to use third person. Wait till I get on another panel to say it. I'm telling you. If y'all come over here and y'all disrespect y'all favorite fighter's opponent, talking about he's trash, his foot is stuck in mud, he's a bum, he's this, he's that, then you want to run your ass over here after your favorite fighter beats him, I'm going to regurgitate to you what you said. He's trash, he's a bum, his feet is stuck in mud. Why you want credit for beating him? Rightfully so.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like, I discredit a fighter. Then when you beat them, that you give people ammunition to say that your fighter wasn't nobody because you said it. So what the hell? You cherry picking.
I mean, it's common
They
sense.
could be, it
Doesn't
could
really
be
make any.
anything. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel the same way
It
though, to a certain
literally.
extent.
You can say you think your favorite fighter is gonna beat him, and that's cool. You're supposed to if that's the way you feel. But when you start just shitting on the man and his resume, then you come run over here up in my face like your favorite fighter just beat Hulk Hogan. Man, if you don't kick rocks with flip flops, I ain't got no time for that. You ain't getting no credit for it. That's why I said they need to pay attention to how Mayweather did it. Mayweather always bigged up his opponents. He's a really good opponent, this, that, and the third, so you can get extra credit after you beat him. Don't come telling me the nigga's a bum and then after you beat him, you want credit like you just beat Hulk Hogan. Because what sense do that make?
Look, Bud and
It just
Shakur
don't
do
make no
that.
sense.
Yeah,
Do
Bud and
what?
Shakur.
Say
Bud and
that.
Shakur, they always
Yeah, big
praise their
up.
fighters. Even they praise their fighters because the simple fact is they don't want to trash them because when they fight them, they want credit for it. It makes sense.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
how many times
But
has Tank
all right,
shitted
what's
on Shakur, and then he's still saying, "Oh, he's still a good fighter." That's what Shakur is saying. So you know what I mean? Like he's giving him his props. So
mm-hmm,
it is what it is. Okay,
I
but
don't know what's up with
yeah,
those two men.
you know how it goes. That's how the cookie crumble.
Final thoughts, babe.
But okay,
Mm-hmm.
but good show. Appreciate you for opening up the panel and letting me on. And good topics, good talk, and on to the next one.
On to the next one, baby. All right, thanks for stopping by, Blue. I appreciate you.
Yep, yep.
Mr. Shelton, babe, your final thoughts.
Well, thanks for having me, man. We had a great weekend of boxing. My nigga Bud did his thing. Uh, let's see what he does now. Does he retire, which I think he should do, or does he continue to pursue greatness? We'll see.
Yep. We sure will see what he does, and then if he drops the belts, we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, and we have another great weekend coming up, so things are starting to heat up as we fall into the winter months. It seems. I'm so excited for this November card. I'm kind of starting to get a little anxious about the Oshaki Foster card and the Thurman and Fundora.
That's gonna be a
I
good
really want
fight.
to see
Foster,
if old Keith got
Foster,
anything
gonna be a
left in
good
that
fight.
tank. I want to see if
Foster, that's
Keith
gonna
got
be a good
anything
fight.
left in that tank. The
Who you
Foster
gonna
fight, you
keep?
said?
That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight. Foster
What you
and,
think
and
about
Cool Boy.
Thurman and Fundora? What you think about Fundora and
Honestly,
Thurman?
I like Keith. I really like Keith. But I think
You think he got anything left
Fandora
in the
is gonna
tank?
beat the brakes off him. I really do.
Oh my goodness. You don't think Keith got nothing left in the tank? You don't think one time he
I
pulled
don't think
off
he
one
got
more
enough.
time?
I don't think he got
Huh?
enough to get around the jab. I don't think he can get around the jab.
Uh,
If Keith can't get inside, it ain't gonna work for him. He gotta get inside. He gotta get
gotta get
under
inside.
that length. If he don't get under that length, he's in trouble.
Ooh,
You see Tim Zoo tried to fight him
okay.
from the outside. How did that work out?
You know what's crazy? I thought he was gonna retire, but now he's saying he's gonna get with his team and see what they can, I guess
Oh, he
come back
fired
and
some
do.
people. Yeah, he rearranged his team. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard about that.
yeah, he restructured his team, so we gonna see.
He only got what? How many losses he got? He got 2 losses or 3? He got 3 losses.
And both of them, yeah, he got three, two of them to Fundora.
Yeah, and one to Bachram. I want him to get a fight. When
Mm-hmm.
is he gonna get a fight? Everybody's scared of him. It seems like.
Bakram,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I
maybe
mean,
Virgil
wasn't
will
he the
fight
one with
him.
his back hurt, or was that Boachuk? Was that Boachuk, or was that Bakram with his back issues?
Oh, that was Bivol. Bivol just had back surgery.
Nah, that was. I thought that was
Because Boychuk
Boachuk or
just remember
Bakram. One
Boychuk
of
just
them
got his
two.
ass whooped. Boychuk just got his ass whooped by Brandon Adams
Yeah,
on Saturday.
yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. So it had to be those one. Yeah, maybe you're right. Hmm. Okay. And we're gonna see what Usyk is gonna do. I know his medical clearance is under review, so we're gonna
Usyk,
see.
man. I
We're gonna see.
mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't unsee what I saw. So I really don't care what Usyk can do whatever he wants. I can't unsee what I saw.
Mm.
He done ran through the heavyweight division like an I-92 belt. He ran through all them dudes.
Yeah, he did.
They can say what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Stripping, I don't care. I know who the best is.
Mm. All right, Mr. Shelton. Well, thanks for stopping
All
by.
right,
And
girl.
I'm
You
about to
take
do
it
this as soon
easy.
as we get off. I'm gonna do it.
When the next time
Yep.
you going
I'm gonna do
live?
the same.
When the
I'll
next
be
time you
off
going live?
Saturday.
All right, I'll talk to you then.
Saturday.
All
All
right.
right.
I'll talk to
Talk
you
to you
then.
later, Mr.
Later.
Shelton.
Uh-huh.
Bye. Ooh, yeah. So, hey, Rick, we closing it down, baby. Another great show. I love the conversations because we have to start looking beyond some of the fighters that are fighting now because there is a new fleet of fighters that will be coming up soon. So we need to get just used to hearing their names and seeing their faces if we can. But a lot of these guys are doing crossovers like the OTX fighters. They haven't really made their crossover fights just yet, but they're working just as hard. That's how they're getting ranked, and that's how sometimes we may not necessarily know their name right out the gate. It's because they're fighting on like Queensberry or OTX or another card that we're not necessarily readily familiar with, but that doesn't mean that they're not good fighters. So we just got to keep that in mind too. But y'all have an amazing rest of y'all nights. Behave and be safe. And y'all know what to do, baby. Until next time, catch me on a panel.